No, it's fine.
I'm going to put us on YouTube. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, just go. Right,
takes
that should.
15
I've got it
seconds.
now in my
Your
notes.
camera's off,
So
Stu.
next time I won't fuck it up. Oh, that's mine's off as well. Yeah, it's because I turned it on and it turned itself off. Because it's fucking stupid. Oh, look at that. Healthy snacks, people. Look what I've got. Watermelon.
Isn't that
Alright.
racist?
Why is it racist to have
Well,
watermelon?
I do like a bit of watermelon. There's nothing in it though, is it? I might as well be eating her. This is just her.
Yeah, it's good
That's
though.
all
A
it
little bit
is.
of watermelon. It's not dry season though.
Well, does it matter?
We went pumpkin picking today.
Did you get some good pumpkins?
Pumpkin picking.
Yeah, we got some pumpkins, but yeah, not it's not the best experience. I don't know. They've worked this out, haven't they? Because you have to drive in there. It's a whole massive field. They got a whole bunch of pumpkins. You have to do the work. You got to pick the pumpkin. You got to wash the pumpkin. Then you got to pay for it afterwards. So
Yeah, let me ask you a question though. Was it real pumpkins or was it let's just put a load of pumpkins in a field and just pick them up, put them in a barrow?
It's probably that. They probably restock it every night,
You see, because we went one year, there's a pumpkin patch near us, right? And the first year we went, they were still attached to the ground. That you had to actually cut them off and put them in your barrow. Second time we went, it was just a fucking load of pumpkins in the field. There was like, fuck, that's growing them shit. Let's just fucking buy them and stick them in the field.
Now that you mention
so
it,
this year,
attached.
Aldi. Just got them from Aldi.
How are your pumpkin carving skills?
Mine, pretty good. Pretty good. I try, we've fucking over the years done all sorts of shit. Yeah, I've not decided this year. I might do. I'll be honest, I'm looking at the sorting hat from Harry Potter this year.
Oh, right. Okay, you go extreme then.
Oh, yeah, I do. I've got like a pad saw, which we use, which is fucking great for doing like detailed stuff on extra large pumpkins. So I'll get biggest pumpkins I can find. And then, I've done all sorts, done E.T., Freddy Krueger, done all sorts over the years.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm just trying to figure out what a pad saw is. Oh, it's like a giant carving knife, like a drywall.
It's like pad thai, but with
Yeah. Yeah. So I've used that for years, and it's great. It's got tiny little teeth. We've got quite a long, thin one, so it's got tiny little teeth on. If you want to do something detailed, it's pretty good most of the time.
Oops, I forgot to update the name of the episode on Restream.
The best things apparently people like if you want to do the pro shit, right? When they do all the where they don't actually cut it out, they just carve the skin to so it glows through it.
I've seen that.
They use Dremels, the Dremel multi-tool things.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those. I've probably used it like twice in my life.
Yeah, they use a Dremel like a pen almost to draw on them. So that's how you get the really cool detailed stuff. Is use a Dremel.
I bought
we are on YouTube.
Battery.
Are we on YouTube?
From LD.
We are.
All right, okay.
You know those middle aisle shops.
What's in the middle of it? Yeah, what's in the middle of Lidl?
Yeah, there's a rotary Dremel that I just kind of thought, I'm gonna have to have a go. It's only £5.
Yeah, it's worth a go. Worth a go. You should have a go. See what happens.
Yeah, I'll send you some photos.
Yeah, let's see something good. See something good. I did Jaws one year. That was pretty good.
Oh, nice. You must send them over.
So it had the swimmer at the top of the pumpkin, and then Jaws obviously coming out of the water.
What like the poster? So just the mouth on the top.
Yeah. So it's the poster.
Yeah, nice.
There's some of them on my Facebook. I put them on Facebook every year, but some of them aren't. I'll send some over for you. You can have a look.
Yeah, cool.
Right, are we ready, dudes?
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready when you guys are.
I'm ready.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Here we go, people.
Welcome, yo, to the veteran gamers. Juju, Ginny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick.
She's got a new hat.
Story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with soundbite saviors.
That's the worst name I ever heard.
Veteran gamers.
No, I don't know, Duke. I kind of liked it.
It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Are you seriously talking about video games? How dare you?
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Video games and drugs, those two things don't mix.
Hello and welcome to episode 825 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 825. Welcome, everybody. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Kyle.
Yay.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Oh, by the way,
filling in for Chinny.
You may have noticed Chidi isn't here yet again. He's just fucking never here. The fuck is he? He's like part-time these days, isn't he? It's like part-time host.
And we're
just
sorry
comes when he
that
feels
we,
like bothering to turn up.
Sorry we don't have the right episode number in the restream titles.
Yeah, it's because don't worry. I knew which it was. So
well, I'm just letting the listeners know, the viewers know.
Yeah, fuck it.
825.
Yeah,
sorry
that's
about that.
That's because Chini's part-time. That's because he's not a fucking part-timer,
well,
I tell you.
It's a lot to take care of, doing the audio and the video and the sound effects and the streaming and the YouTube clips.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can have a go if you want.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, see, Cal can do all that shit. It's matter. See, he's not moaning.
It's just... I have not yet
begun
to moan,
you know
my
what
friend. I can start moaning if you want me to, but I don't think you want that.
Oh, how are you guys?
I've had better weeks. It's been very stressful at school, and it's going to be another stressful one this coming up. So I'm making it happen. It's going to get, this too shall pass and all of that. But in the meantime, it's very stressful. So
I've had a weird day. I don't know about you two. Fucking weird day today.
Okay. Why was
Clocks
it weird?
go back.
Yes.
Clocks go back. It's always fucking weird, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because, well, here's the thing. I'd forgotten the clocks were going back.
Yes.
Right. So I have to take my pills around 8 o'clock in the morning for my first lot of pills.
Sure.
Right. So I sort of woke up about 6:30 and I thought, oh, that's all right. I can have a bit more. And I don't usually lie in for long, right? Fell asleep again. It was 8:30, right? Someone was like, ooh, that's good lie in for me. Didn't realize it was like 9:30 and I'd bloody slept in for ages, which I never ever do.
Mm-hmm.
So I only took my pills about 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning, which is late. I mean, seriously late for me.
Sure.
So then I came downstairs and I was pottering around, like you do. And I'd also thought towards the end of last week, oh, Sunday, I could probably get a bit more gaming in the morning because I'll be up an hour earlier than I normally am. Sure. No, I just slept in for an hour longer. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. So I looked at the clock on the kitchen windowsill and was like, the clocks went back. Fuck me, I've forgotten about that. So it's been a really weird, surreal day, and it's been pissing it down all day. Shit weather. Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit depressing. It's like fucking winter is officially here, isn't it now? Once the clocks go back.
Yeah, you've got early evenings again now. Everything's changed. So it's a struggle. I think that's the thing. As the weather starts changing, you get less sun. Definitely. It's harder to get up in the mornings.
Yeah, dark at 5 o'clock tonight. It was fucking dark. I mean, it's dark anyway because it's pissing it down. So it's already dark. And then it was like pitch black by 5. And I'm like, ugh. Winter.
Welcome to the Veteran Gamers Podcast. Ugh. Now
Yeah,
who's
that's how I
whinging?
feel, though.
I love you give me a bollocking about complaining, and then you come in, ugh, clocks, weather, blah. I'm sorry for having brought up my very stressful couple of weeks, but go ahead, tell us what the real suffering is, Stu.
Yeah. By the way, go on, Kyle. You have a whinge.
Ahead,
Come
Kyle.
on, tell us what you're moaning about. Go for it. Go on.
Have you ever had to help anybody move house before?
Yes, quite a few.
No, I've moved house and that was shit.
Yeah. Okay, so I had to help some friends move house because I've got this thing. I don't know why I do it. As soon as I hear someone needs, maybe they're moving, I go, don't worry, I've got a van. If you need help, just let me
You're a
know."
nice guy. That's why, Cal.
Yeah, see, you stick
Yeah,
yourself
you're a
out
nice
there.
man.
It's one thing if they say, "Hey, do you have a van?" But it's another if you say, "Hey, I have a van. I'll hook you up."
Yeah, and me thinking it would be a little bit more organized, everything would be packed and ready to go. Not the case, because let's face it, you've always got more shits in the house than you actually realize.
Well, yeah. Is it like the
You
Parks and Rec
absolutely
episode when
have.
Tommy called him over and none of his stuff was packed up?
Yeah, maybe not that bad, but it's just none of it was. When you haven't taken the beds from upstairs and
Oh my goodness.
Why? Just a minute. Can I ask why had they not got themselves organised? Is the question.
That's a damn good question. You know,
because they knew you were coming with your van, didn't they? Let's be honest. It's not like they didn't know.
Yeah,
it's not like you just turned up and went, "I'm here with a van. I'm going to help you move." Did you not know?
The landlord come knocking on the door saying, "You're getting out now." You know, this has been.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd have done? I'd have gone, "Fuck you. I'm going back to bed. See you later on." You should have got yourself sorted out. You haven't, so you're fucked. Yeah, sort yourself out.
Yeah, but
get yourself another van.
If you, I mean, I don't know how it works in the rest of the world, but when it comes to buying a house in this country, it's a nightmare. In terms of getting solicitors to do their work and get completion dates and everything. I don't know how it happens, but it just seems to happen on the day. You've got to move out and move in. It's a strange system.
Do you know what? I have to agree. This is where Scotland have got it right. Because in Scotland, once you've put an offer in and they accept that offer, that is it. There's no gazumping. There's no messing around. They have to have the survey done before you come and put an offer in. So all that shit's all sorted out. And literally, it is just the sort of solicitor sorting out exchanging contracts and all that sort of stuff. And there's no going back. Once they've accepted, you put an offer and they accept, that's the end of it. You can't do anything. You've got to buy it, then you're committed.
You think that's the point, though, isn't it? Really? You know.
Yeah, but in the UK, that's not how it works. In England, it's just like, oh, I've got cold feet in the last minute. I'm going to change my mind and not bother.
Yeah, we'll accept the offer, but I don't know if you've got the money. Let me check if it can clear properly. And...
Or there's they've offered me another $5,000, so I'm going to actually put your offer on hold and not take it anymore. And I'll take theirs because they're offering me more. Unless you want to offer me more. Do you want to offer me more?
Yeah, well, I got another offer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works in England.
I do think the reason it happens in England is solicitors. There's only my opinion, but I think solicitors maybe want to make it seem like they're worth something. They're working really hard to do this for you. You know, so they're working for months.
Make some cash.
Yeah, charge you by the hour.
Yeah, minute. Charge you by the minute.
Yeah, that's another point.
What's it like in America, Duke? Is it similar in America when you buy a house?
I mean, you know, there's a lot of headaches involved. It wasn't too terrible for us, but you know, the big thing was that it depends on when you're buying. At certain times it's a seller's market, at other times it's a buyer's market. So when we were buying, it was kind of a seller's market, meaning that there were a lot of people scrambling to get each of the houses we looked at. And, you know, we got one that works really well for us, but there had been like 2 before this that we were interested in that we did not get. So, you know, whatever. It all turned out okay for us. But no, so Kyle, you mentioned that this was a frustrating process because did that have something to do with the people not being ready?
I was expecting to be there for a couple of hours. They're only moving maybe half mile down the road.
Yeah.
So it'd just be a case of load the van, take it down there, offload, and repeat the process.
You have one person there to load and one person there to unload, and you just drive back and forth.
Exactly, but it turned out to be probably about 8 hours of moving, shifting boxes, Christ. Going around, dropping
undoing beds.
We don't have the keys yet. What are we going to do? Let's just dump it on the drive. So at one point, I was just sitting on the drive, just watching the things as a security guard, because you know how dangerous it is in England.
I hope they gave you some pizza and beer and stuff.
How dangerous! That is so funny.
Yeah, I sat there with an office chair, feet up, and just waiting for something to happen. So instead of a couple of hours, I had to write off a day. So, but they're in now. I think they're happy. We'll see.
You get to stay over with them anytime you want. This is my bedroom. I moved it.
I have to ask you guys, what's the etiquette? Is if you're selling a house, are you supposed to clean the house?
Yep, or have it cleaned.
I would say yes. I think you should, but there are a lot of people who
was it a shithole when the people moved in?
I reserve to pass any judgments at this time.
I'll say it. It was a shithole.
Look, you can tell us they're never going to fucking hear, are they? This is going to ever hear. See, the previous owners certainly aren't.
Was the toilet all stinky and gross with poop?
Yeah, was there a shit in the middle of the living room?
Not that bad.
Oh, okay.
Not when they left.
But schmutz and dirty dishes, maybe, or
I was just thinking about this. It's like the first thing you do when you kind of go into a new place is you maybe want to give it a proper clean to make sure it's to your level. I mean, that's certainly what we do.
Yeah.
And obviously, when people are buying a house, they can see the condition that the house is in, and you maybe think that's acceptable. But I suppose you know what it's like when you move a few sofas. You kind of go, that carpet does look like a different color now.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I must admit, we were when we moved in here, they had cleaned it, so it was nice and clean when we moved in, and left us a bottle of champagne, which I thought was a nice touch. Because we fucking didn't for the people who we left, you know, we sold ours. We left it clean, but we didn't leave any champagne or any of that bollocks, you know. But yeah, bottle of champagne and all that.
I thought it was a thing that when I first moved over and rented a flat, and that you end up getting some leftover. I don't want to call it leftovers, but is there not like some kind of tradition where you've got to leave something in the house for the next people? Like, you know, you leave a coin in the cupboard to just hope that there's always money in the house.
Really?
I've never heard that, but okay.
Tale I've made up.
Sure, let's
go. It's a nice
idea. We'll go with it. It sounds like a nice thing to do, I suppose.
Yeah, leave a knife and fork, you know.
Yeah, little Buddha or something in a corner. I don't know.
You always end up using it, don't you, for something?
Sure.
What, the little Buddha?
Well, just a bit of anything, really. It'll come in use.
Yeah. Yeah, if you had £1, you know, you could use it for your trolley next time you go to the supermarket.
Unless it's an old £1 coin. Still
they don't fit. They don't fit no more. Yeah, I think like moving house, it's probably one of the most stressful things ever, isn't it? Really?
Well, they say it is one of the most stressful things people go through. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not planning on doing it again anytime soon.
Hell no.
But you know,
I'm gonna die in this house
eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is that it?
Yeah, I'm done. I ain't moving nowhere. No, never again.
Never again.
Never.
Wow, was that traumatic? Never moving.
It's not as traumatic. It's just annoying. I just don't, you know. And this house is great for us. There's no reason for us to move.
No, it's big enough. You've got what you need. You've got your little farm and all that. Homestead.
Got a place for my sword.
Got a place for your sword. Exactly. You've got a man cave in your basement.
You're going to have to get that sword mounted somewhere.
No, it's good. Just leaning up against the wall, because that way I can grab it if I need to. Somebody tries to step up. Come on. See what happens. Get my sword ready. All right, are we ready to talk about video games? This is great.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Is all fun and everything.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Yeah, that DVD logo never hit the corner. It's like in The Office. All right, who's going first?
Never does. I think Kyle, as the guest, should go first.
Kyle
this week.
should go first. Tell us about what kind of cool games you've been playing.
Yeah, well, Kyle.
A lot of my time has been sunk into, I know it's a game that you guys have spoken about before, and it's actually the reason I started playing it, but Blue Prince.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, Blue Prince. Shut up.
So, first of all, if anybody doesn't know about the game, it's obviously like a, what do you guys call it? I never know if it's a roguelike.
Roguelike puzzle, I guess.
Roguelike first-person puzzle. I'm not into puzzle games, especially. I didn't play games like, is it Myst and is it?
I love Myst.
Yeah, Myst is great.
Kinds of games. So I've never. My friends would play it, and whilst I'm playing, I could never understand why they're doing it. But Blue Prince, for some reason, just grabbed me. You guys mentioned it. I gave it a go, and probably from when I first started playing, I made a decision not to watch any walkthroughs, not get any advice. I want to reach room 46. And I'd be happy to say that I reached it this week.
Yay!
Ooh.
So that's good news.
So just let me check. You're just starting the game.
So
then.
Now the game can begin.
Now the game begins.
Oh my god!
That's what they say. I mean, it's fun. I've never played a game like it. It's brilliant. It's one of those games. Again, I'd never take notes in games, but for some reason I've got Pages. I've got Google Notes on all these things now. I've taken photograph of things because I'm lazy to write them down. It's one of those games that. Did you guys ever see the number 23? That movie with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey movie. Yeah, I didn't see it, but I had a lot of people talking about it around me. Yeah,
so the premise of the movie is this guy kind of starts seeing the number 23 in everything he does.
Yes.
And I kind of felt like that going through this game. You know, when you start looking at different patterns and things, you start making stuff out. You go, I don't actually know if this has got anything to do with the game, but I'm going to write it down anyway.
Yeah.
But we got there. And I think one of the hardest things for me in the game is also there's no trophy. I didn't get any trophies until you reach room 46. So you don't actually know if you're making any progress whatsoever in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall.
No,
honestly,
do you know what I think shows you're making progress in the game is the length of time each run takes you.
Yeah.
Because like in the early like part of the game, it might only take you sort of 5-10 minutes to do your run, and then you have to start again. As you progress, it suddenly starts taking you 30-40 minutes to do a run.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, and I think that's how you can measure your progress, is really how long it takes to get through a single run in the game.
Yeah, I think when I go back, because you can go back in your days, each day, obviously the house resets and that. So as you go back, I kind of start seeing, when I first did it, I maybe opened 12 rooms and that was about it.
Yeah.
And then as you kind of step through the days, because I'm trying to, at that point, trying to see there's patterns, to see if I make this room, does it, emit this kind of room or build that to your deck or, along those lines. And naturally, over time, you just start building more and more rooms and get closer and closer. And there's so many times that I've gotten to the end, but haven't realized that you've got to open something else and able to get there. And then you get a key and you don't know what the key's for. And so it was fun, to say the least. I don't think I'm going to play it anymore. I've spent way too much time trying to find this room.
What? Well, just when it's starting? What's the matter with you?
Stu, how long did you play after you got to room 47?
I don't know. I never did it. I've got to go back to it.
I see. Okay,
so I never got to room 46. I did nearly.
You judge me.
Yeah, I nearly. Right. I know I can't judge you. No, I can't. That would be terrible of me. But yeah, no, this is my. I'll be honest. I am making a concerted effort to get shit done.
Oh yeah.
Right towards the end of this year for the Game of the Year show.
Like you did the time off you had.
I know. Well, I've made so. Look, I've finished Mafia. I've finished yet another game this week. I've finished another game this week.
Ooh. Cool.
And I am making progress on another, and hence I haven't played many games as a result.
All right.
Because I am fucking trying to be focused. I'm trying to focus people.
It's good to be focused.
I know. I've got to do it because I'm so bad. I am so bad.
Yes.
Because I've got fucking Clair Obscur to finish. I've got Blueprints to still finish.
Yes.
So there's still shit I've got to do. But I mean, Clair Obscur, that's not a short game.
So Kyle, does the game tell you? Does Blueprints tell you like, okay, here's what you're doing next, or do you just happen to know that there's lots more to do after you get to 46?
It does get to the end, which.
And I know you can't give any spoilers because you got to know nothing when you play it.
Yeah, I would say that there is a piece of paper that you can get once you've reached the room to kind of go along the lines of, that's great, but it's only just begun. And it gives you a checklist of all these different trophies or achievements you can get or things you need to do as clues to the next kind of
but it doesn't, do you get the credits at 46? Does that happen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do get the end credits. Either. Good, I like
skip them. Oh. That's a fun game, and then you're gonna watch this motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I sit there and think I don't really want to. For me, I'm like, if I spend money on a game, that's great. I've kind of given my credit, if I can say that. Yeah. Some people want to watch it, and that's cool. There is a feeling you get, I suppose, when you get to the credits, but after about 5 minutes, I start getting a bit bored.
Well, yeah.
I want to start playing the game again. So. But yeah, otherwise, guys, I would say give it a go.
Yeah, I need to get back to it.
Yeah,
along with a lot of other stuff.
Not yours. Not your cup of
tea.
Duke,
it never grabbed you, Duke, did it?
I
hated you're a big Myst fan.
Yeah, but Myst doesn't take you through the same areas again and 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 again.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not strictly true.
It is the same areas. They're different. They're a little different each time. There's a picture of a wombat instead of a badger. Oh my God!
No. There's completely different rooms you can choose every time.
You're right. I didn't give it enough time, and I don't appreciate the glory of this. Just like I never appreciated the glory of Undertale, and I didn't appreciate the glory of the Stanley Terrible. I played this game for an hour. If that's not enough to get its hooks into me, I'm sorry, it's not happening. That's more power to you. You like
bitter.
it? Great.
Sometimes I'm
no,
bitter.
It's just, I don't like playing this particular game. That doesn't make me bitter. Why does that make me bitter? It's not for me. I don't want you to keep playing a game you hate if you don't like it. Just, I would say, hey, you didn't like it? Cool. Play something else. I don't take it personally.
Anyway, I think we should move on.
I think we should. Who's next? Stu, you got something?
I've always got something. Not a lot, though, this week because... Yeah, wow. So, I played a demo from Next Fest. I thought I'll give a demo a go because I have still got a few in my list that I haven't played yet. So I thought I'll see if they're still available because quite often they just sometimes disappear, don't they?
Well, when Next Fest is over, yeah, they all go away. You got to play them quickly. So what'd you play?
I played that, I like horror games, as you know. We're coming up to Halloween, so I thought I'd try The Last Portrait, which is a horror, I don't know, puzzle game, kind of, suppose. I wasn't that impressed, if I'm being totally honest. It looked all right. It's Unreal Engine 5, like nearly every other fucking game in the world these days. I mean,
what's
that
premise?
logo is on it. I don't know. From what I can gather, you go into this house to steal a really expensive painting.
Cool.
So you start off, you're walking along like an abandoned road. Then you see this weird ghost woman who flashes and disappears in front of you.
Ooh, she flashes you?
And I'm like, she does. She flashes you.
Nice.
Then you get to the house.
Okay.
And there's like a notice board with a list of different birds on it. Like a blue tit and a finch and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And a map. Then you go to try and get in the house. It's like, oh, you can't get in here because it's locked. Fuck you. I'm like, okay. So then you go to a shed, and I managed to get in the shed. And then once I was in the shed, there's a combination lock on a case. And then it said, oh, if you listen to the birds, they'll tell you the combination, right? I'm like, fuck. How could fucking listening to the birds? So I came out.
23, 41, 19.
Yeah, exactly. I'm listening. I'm stood listening. Nothing.
Okay.
Right? I'm like, well, where's the combo, people? So I looked around. There's some bird boxes nailed to the tree. So I thought, oh, maybe the numbers are on the bird boxes. No, they're not.
So the birds are numbered on this little sign, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that have something to do with it?
Gotta be.
Correct. So I went back. Well, I'd forgotten about that by this point, right? Okay. So then I remembered the sign.
Yeah.
Went back to the sign. Numbers are like the combo for the boxes on the sign.
Yeah.
So then I thought 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not much of a combination, is it?
It's the combination I have on my luggage.
I know, maybe. So I went back, tried that. That didn't work.
Okay.
And then I went, yeah, fuck it, I'm done with this. So
yeah, I don't blame you. That sounds like a very annoying puzzle game that doesn't make sense to keep playing.
Fuck this game. I'm done.
And there was definitely no birds tweeting the numbers. I listened a few times.
Maybe you have to go on Twitter, and then you'll see them tweet the code.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So presumably there was some other thing I had to figure out to get in the combination locks. And apparently there was a crowbar in it to help me break in the house. What I couldn't understand is why didn't you just break a window?
Well, yeah.
Break the fucking window.
Sure.
The fuck? Why?
Kind of the obvious,
just elbow. Use your elbow, man. You don't need no crowbar.
I don't know if I can break a window pane with my elbow.
Look, you could give it a good kick.
Yeah, you could kick
it. It looks like a pretty flimsy patio doors.
I mean,
they're easy to break into.
Woods and sticks and
no one's here. You get a branch.
Yeah, get a rock.
Why wasn't with a branch? Why do I have to get a fancy combination lock?
Yeah,
tell you.
I don't know if you said what's the purpose of you trying to get into this house?
To steal this expensive.
It's the last portrait. You've got to get the last
portrait. But I'm guessing once you get in the building, some bad shit goes down with ghosts and stuff, is what I'm guessing.
Throw the wheelbarrow through the window. That's sturdy.
Maybe I did a Duke. Maybe I just stopped too soon. I don't know.
Or maybe you stopped at just the right time to save yourself from frustration and annoyance.
Maybe.
That's
I don't know.
What it means to do a Duke. You make a smart move away from a dumb game.
Exactly. Look, Starling's on one of these boxes here that we're seeing on screen, but there's no number. So how do you know what order they're in?
Maybe it's in like the proximity to the house or something.
Who knows? It was too. Exactly. It was put it in a hole. Squeeze it till it tweets a number. That's what you got to do.
Right, 3.
But I'm telling you now, it was too much like hard work. I just wanted to get a stick or something and just smash the door in.
I hear you.
That would have worked.
One of the other things is, as I can see, do you have to just walk around everywhere? There's no running?
Yeah, no running. It was very slow. I'm like, I can't. It just unfortunately was tedious.
Sounds pretty.
It was just like, can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered. So there you go. That was it. I played it for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was more than enough. And then I didn't play any other games apart from the Play My Game Bitch and Silent Hill F. So I'll come on to that in a minute because, played a lot of both of those games.
Yeah. Okay.
So all my time.
Sure. Okay. So it's up to me. So here's the thing. I actually have something to say about Rocket League. Believe it or not, there's something new to say about it.
Wow, you never have anything to say about Rocket League. What's happening?
So here's the thing. I mentioned last week that the text chat was gone, right?
I know.
And that was very frustrating because that's half the game for me. 80% of the game, really. So the text chat came back. And I was like, it feels so good to have the text chat back. So I'm back in the chat. And then, sure enough, within like an hour, it was someone calling me the N-word and then typing KYS. And it's like, okay, well, plus ça change, plus c'est la même chose. So I go to file a report. And I do. And then I see a screen that I had never seen before. It says, here's your, your report ID number. Go to, my.epic games, whatever. And I was like, what? What is this? So I was like, okay, cool. So I go to the website and I log in and I see this report. Here, wait, I'll put it on the screen. There it is. Bam. It'll be on the screen in just a moment. And what it is it gives me details about the report that I posted, okay? I filed this report on October 22nd, 2025 at 6:58 p.m. On October 22nd, 2025 at 6:59 p.m., they slapped the guy with a 7-day ban. So you see, people, they are doing something when you report people for being horrible. It's not as much as it should be, probably, but it was still very gratifying.
I was going to say, that's good. That's good, but it's literally 7 days.
I know, and the person could maybe make a new Steam account or whatever, an Epic account, because it's a free game.
Which is probably what he'll do.
Granted, it's not as much. What's that?
How do you know he's actually banned, though?
Well, I mean, look, I'll take their word for it, and it's a fair question. But, all I'm saying is it's something, okay? The people get this discouragement. They think it doesn't do anything. And, I mean, maybe it's not going to have a huge impact, but it is something. And I think that those people who ignore racism or, hatred of gay people or whatever it is, they make other people have to put up with more of it. So report people, keep filing those reports, even if it feels like it's not doing much. It's better than nothing. And, I was just very gratified to see that show up after I filed a report. Well, less than 1 minute later, he was slapped with a 7-day ban. Because if nothing else, he's going to be a little irritated by that. So I thought that was pretty cool. The game I've been playing the most of is Icarus. And boy,
okay.
I've been playing a bunch of Icarus. Hokey smoke. This game.
Have you fought any more giant wolves?
I have fought. Well, not giant wolves. Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. Well, it wasn't actually giant. That was just a very difficult wolf. It wasn't giant, but
boss wolf.
Boss wolf. Yeah. No, I haven't fought any more boss wolves, but I did do a couple of missions. One of them was called Homestead, and it's interesting because this game has so much depth to it, but the missions I've been doing weren't. They were just about like, okay, yeah, go find that wolf or, mine this much of this ore or whatever it is. Well, this one is, okay, there's this like consortium of rich dudes who want you to build them a very fancy cabin. So I was like, okay, because this is exploring the part of the game with, you can make all sorts of fancy decorations for your cabin. And in order to show you, to walk you through it, you have to build a cabin for someone else. It has all this specific stuff in it. So that was kind of cool because I had to unlock the stuff in the tech tree that had to do with, the fancy beds and the fancy fireplace and the fancy dining table. And there's no use for the player to have a dining table, you know what I mean? There's no use for the player to have a fancy fireplace compared to a normal fireplace. But if you want to make a nice little cabin for yourself with all kinds of fancy stuff in it, here's how you do it. Now, there may be
mission stroke tutorial. Is that what this was?
It is sort of, yeah. So this tutorial for the fancy part of the game. Now, it's possible that it's because I think there's like a coziness factor. They did this in Enshrouded, and I think other games are now doing it as well, which means like if you sleep in a bedroll, you get a certain, well-rested bonus. That'll give you a little bit extra health. Maybe your stamina recuperates more quickly, that kind of thing. And then I think there's a multiplier if you have, more decorations in your cabin or whatever it is. Yeah. So to that extent, there is a material benefit to having more stuff in your home. Yeah. But I'm like, who gives a shit about that stuff? Just give me a place to sleep in order to pass through the night, respawn spot, and that's it. That's all I really need. And then just let me make the crafting benches and stuff. Speaking of crafting benches, holy crap. The mission I'm on now is actually crazy. It's called accumulation. So what you need to do is grow a lot of crops. That's it. That's the whole mission. And it's crazy.
God, you'll be loving that.
It's crazy because it's like it takes so long. It takes so long to do all these crops. And the whole time I'm just trying to deal with, there's bears nearby and there's wolves and there's these big ass horses that attack you and all this stuff. And meanwhile, you're supposed to grow like 200 pumpkins. Speaking of pumpkins, we're back to pumpkins, dude.
Yeah, Halloween.
So while I'm waiting for stuff to grow, I'm like, okay, I might as well like get better weapons and stuff. So I've been researching the tech in order to make better weapons. And now I've finally unlocked the shotgun. Now what? And it feels very good to have a proper gun because I had this one shotgun, but it's so slow and it's so weak and it's so annoying. And I'm like, I need a real gun. So you have to get platinum and you have to get a machining bench and all this stuff. And my cabin's
where do you get the shotgun shells from? Where are they?
You make them. You need the machining bench to make shotgun casings, and then you have to make gunpowder, and then you got to get platinum to make the platinum flange or whatever the fuck it is.
Here's the thing, Duke, right?
What's the thing, Stu?
You're setting out to explore the galaxy, right?
Setting out to explore this one planet, yes.
Well, whatever, you're in a spaceship or whatever. You land on the planet. Yes. You're setting out to go there.
Yes.
Why the fuck do these people not take all this stuff with them?
Well, because
why do you not just have a weapons cabinet on your spaceship with all that shit in already?
Yes, because the spaceship part is just a backstory that they stuck in order to give you more replayability. The whole point of the game is just, okay, I'm gonna go through this process again and again and again of starting over. And eventually, and here's the thing, when you go back to the main station, you can use you get a little bit of space station money, I don't know what it's called, every time you finish a mission, and you can use that to like buy upgrades and stuff. And eventually I will be able to buy a gun that I can bring down to the planet. But right now I have spent my space station money on an implant chip that makes me move faster, and there's a helmet I got that gives me more protection in my face. And I still got killed by a bear at one point, but who cares? The point is,
you see, it all sounds a bit
communicating with somebody else. Sorry,
I mean there is the orbital station that you can build a communication system with, but the only reason you do that is to send up the special stuff you extract at the end of certain missions. So I don't really have a reason to use that communication process. And there's no actual people. You're not on the station. It's just a menu.
Yeah, no, I get all that, but it just seems a bit weird, doesn't it? When you really think about the premise of games, they're just weird, aren't they, half the time? Because Because let's be honest, right? If you land on this abandoned planet and they're like, oh, you need a shotgun, do you? Because there's loads of wild animals down there. Well, don't worry. When you've got enough space bucks by doing missions, you can buy one off us.
Well,
we're not just going to supply you with something
ridiculous.
You need to defend yourself.
Doubt about it. But the point is that it's a lot of fun to start over again and again and again. You get a little get a little further each time you do it. And while I'm growing my pumpkins and watermelons, I'm getting me shotguns, and I got a platinum. I have a steel pickaxe. I will make a platinum pickaxe soon. And it's, I'm just getting stronger and more confident every time I do a run. So now I'm like, oh, a bear. I'm not scared of a bear. Come here, bear. Shoot you in the face. Now what?
Yeah, now it's just it is that. But correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle. This just sounds a bit like a game you just described and were playing. Does it not?
I was thinking that. I didn't want to say anything about it.
Yeah, you start over and get a bit further the next time you play it.
Yeah, but I know exactly what I need to do here. It's not a real weird mystery. I had to decipher the picture of the badger on the wall and all that shit. So anyway, the point is the survival genre is my cup of tea, and this game does it very, very well. I'm having a really good time with it, and it is annoying to have to grow this food, but I could also make more planting boxes because I got like 10 going right now. If I made like 20, I would probably get done a lot faster, but who has time for that shit?
Was there an end game? I can't remember if you've mentioned this before. Is there
is it to escape?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I could leave. Like, the whole idea is that I'm working for this company that's trying to, like, tame this planet and stuff. So, I mean, whatever. The goals are all very artificial. Like, I don't think there is, like, an end game, really, to this game. It's just sort of like, because there's, like, DLCs and stuff. And it's pretty ridiculous that people are like, I mean, first of all, I've played this game for, like, 30 hours. So I've definitely got my money's worth. And I've only done, like, 6 or 7 of the missions, right? So the whole point is it's kind of like Rust if there were actual PvE content in the game. That's really the point of this game. And, it's not about escaping. It's about, it's about the journey, not the destination.
It's just surviving.
You see, I find you weird.
Yes, I'm very weird. We're all weird.
Because The Alters is a game where it's very similar to this. It's so similar to this. And yet you don't like that game. You know what I mean? It just seems weird to me. Because
that game had a lot of different aspects to it. This game has like 3 aspects.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily true. There seems to be a lot of complex shit you've got to get done in this game. You've got to build a bench for this. You've got to build a bench for that.
But it's the same basic idea. Build this bench, build that bench. In the Alters, it was like, figure out why the guy didn't love his mother enough. And I'm just like, fuck that shit.
To an extent.
And again, look, if you like the Alters, great, go for it. I don't think there's, it didn't work for me.
No, it's just weird. But on paper, I'd have expected that to be your kind of game, but yet it isn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always a bit surprised.
Is it because you like a certain setting? The survival mode.
I don't mind the setting of the Alters. At a certain point, the Alters wanted me to do a whole bunch of stuff. And in the meantime, there was this clock ticking. The sun is coming. You're going to die. And it was, you had to sort of interact with a whole lot of different characters. One of the nice things about Icarus is there's no other characters. There's no one. It's just you and the wolves and the bears, and you just shoot them and you pick your axe. And there's like a timer for this mission, but it's like 14 days. So it's like, okay, I'm not too pressured. So I'm just loving Icarus. It is my jam.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I can see why, and if it comes to like the survival, it's got the building elements as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That you seem to quite enjoy.
Yeah,
it's got a very, very much a Skyrim kind of feel out in the open.
Sure.
So, yeah.
The only thing it doesn't have is swords. If it had swords, then it would be perfect, because then it really is Skyrim. But there's also no Draugr or zombies or anything.
It reminds me a bit of Far Cry Primal. Kind of,
it's got a little feel of that.
Maybe a bit more building,
Yeah.
So, nice.
And it's, again, I recognize that it's really kind of dumb to just be like, okay, grow 200 carrots. Like, that's a pretty stupid mission concept. But, on the other hand, its number go up, right? When I'm at like 100 and I got all the berries, and I think I'm like at 170 carrots or something. So I'm like, I'm almost done with the carrots. And you gotta
like carrots.
You have to rotate the crops and stuff. You gotta it has this, if on the plot where you're growing the carrots, it'll indicate, there was this red indicator, and I was like, what is this? And it's like plant fatigue if you plant the same crop in the same spot over and over again, the soil gets, robbed of nutrients or whatever it is. So it takes longer to grow and you don't get as many carrots out of that plot. So you got to rotate, okay, and then I'll grow the pumpkins here and then I'll put the carrots over there or whatever it is. It's ridiculous, but it's, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's a lot of fun. Icarus, loving it.
Good. Yeah, no, I mean, all power to you.
Yeah.
Not for me. Kyle, what else have you been up to?
Oh, I have been playing another game for a little while now. It's one of those I started playing, then picked up a bit later on, but it's a game called The Ascent. I don't know if you guys ever played this.
Is it a climbing game?
I haven't. No, I saw this because it came on Xbox Game Pass quite a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not. So it's isometric, isn't it?
Yeah. So I very much like the kind of isometric views. I love Diablo 2. Diablo games, that kind of thing. That's definitely already falls in there. The whole idea of the game is it's a twin stick shooter, which is just for me a little bit weird when you got to play on a controller. You've got to aim in that, but it's very sci-fi, dare I say, kind of a cyberpunk world, very dystopian. So if I can say anything about this game, it's a beautiful game to look at. When you actually look at some of the backgrounds, and there's certain points where it might just freeze the frame a little bit as you're running around the area and kind of sets views on certain things. It's beautiful. But that's because it's my vibe. I like Judge Dredd. I like RoboCop, kind of that futuristic dystopian world.
Yeah.
So from that point, it's good. The whole idea is you are what they call, I think, an indent. You have to work for this corporation, and whilst you're working, the corporation goes under and collapses. So you've got to. Everyone's now trying to kind of fight to regain this corporation. Yeah, and you just run around and just shoot things. If you like those kinds of games where you don't have to think too much about what you're doing, just aim and shoot, this is the one for me, I think. Got a couple of issues, if I can say. The fast traveling is a bit of a nightmare. As you kind of start, you have to run around to everything, and you can set paths. But when you do, it's good that it kind of shows you the layout or the path that you need to go. But when you click the button and it tells you that you got to run like 700 meters or something, that's when I go, oh, no, thank you. But you can get a taxi, but you've got to reach certain zones first, and it's a little bit hard to navigate for me. But that's maybe just a personal thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, having no fast travel is very story. Annoying.
Well, sorry, I missed that from both of you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, is it a decent story? Is it? I'm assuming it's a narrative game. Is it?
Yeah. It's not the. It's an interesting story. You do kind of think if there was a collapse and you're working for this company, what's going to happen? It's not. I'm not paying that much attention to it. If I can say I'm pulling a chinny in this regard, you just keep clicking X away just to get past the narration. Or any of the conversations. I just want to go around and shoot things.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of find a little bit fun.
So how is it structured? Is it like a normal narrative and you just move from one main mission to another, or is it like somebody gives you jobs to do, or combination of both?
Exactly, combination of both. You kind of find I think he's more like a mob boss that you meet originally, and he's kind of looking to take over the turf or the area, and then it moves to the corporation. So it does move forward, and then you start meeting other groups and other organizations, and you want to kind of find out what's happened to the company, and why it's collapsed. But it's for me, that's not the interesting part of the story. It's going back to kind of that simple gaming and just playing a game. Like, for example, Galaga. What makes Galaga good is you just can jump in, you just keep shooting things, and then you can stop playing again. It's don't have to think too much. Especially, it's a nice break from the likes of Blueprints as well.
Yeah,
a little bit more action.
A bit more straightforward.
Yeah, the only thing, one of the other things I didn't like is the character creation is just a little bit dull, a little bit lacking. It's a typical thing. You can pick a male or a female, and then, but the outfits or the customization options you get in terms of you guys, if you've played like Diablo 2 or those kinds of games, certain weapons have certain damage, but you might not like the handle of a pistol, for example, but it's more powerful. So it just doesn't. You got to find something that suits your playstyle. And then there's certain armor that I just don't think looks great. But yeah, I don't know. It's me.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it looks all right. Nice, yeah. I've heard quite good things about it, but I ain't got no time to play no more games at the moment because I've got to finish the ones I'm already bloody playing. That's the trouble.
Yeah. If I can say it's one of those pick up and plays, it's good.
Yeah. I feel like it should just a while away, half an hour here or half an hour there, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, just kind of get a little bit further and go just see what happens. So yeah, it's quite satisfying. I think the reason I actually started playing it was I was looking for a couch co-op because I wanted to play with one of my friends just locally, which you don't really get the options of many couch co-op games anymore.
It's true.
So yeah, this is one that you could do, which again is a little bit of fun, but you just got to get used to those different analog sticks because obviously your right analog sticks, you've got to aim exactly where you want to shoot. I mean, that sounds rather silly.
Yeah, Split Fiction, man, you need to try that.
Yeah, it's just that again, I've heard so many good things about it, but do I want to fork that money out to pay for a game I might not enjoy? I don't know.
You only have to buy it once, and you may play for free, and you can just halve the cost between you. There you go.
You get it on Steam, and you don't like it, you can refund it after less than 2 hours.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Yeah, to play for the first 2 hours and see if he enjoys it. And then it's actually tying a mate down every now and maybe that's why it happens now is as you get older, just trying to tie people down to actually sit down next to you and play games.
Yeah, that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend the Lara Croft games as well if you want to play some couch co-op. They're really good in couch co-op.
Which one? The old ones?
Is it the Temple of Osiris or something like that? It is.
Okay, yeah. I think I know the one.
Yeah, they're very similar to this, to be fair. In style, and they're really great to play together. I played all of that with Chinny.
Guardian of Light was the one I played. Ago.
Yeah. Guardian of Light, and I think there's a Temple of Osiris, isn't there? There's the other one.
Yeah, I'll give that a go. Actually, it sounds.
And they're cheap as chips. You can pick them up really cheap at the moment.
Yeah, I'll give that a go. But apart from that, nothing really more on the Ascent. It's, as I say, recommend to anyone that's just looking for a random game to play and shoot things. It's fun.
Cool.
It does look pretty cool. I'm gonna get into it because
Did you say you finished it?
I played not this one. I haven't. Okay. But I played quite a lot of Silent Hill F this week because I am trying to get this one finished as well.
Sure.
And boy, oh boy, did that game take a turn today.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Holy fucking shit. I've got to say, it's probably one of the most graphic scenes I've ever seen in a video game, ever.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of shit in the video games. I played a lot of horror games, but it even outlasts Outlast. I mean, because that game's pretty grim in places. But today, shit, there was stuff happening. I was literally sat there like, fucking hell, I'm struggling to watch this, man. This is a whole other level of shit going down here.
Okay.
Does it serve any purpose?
Oh yeah. I don't know what. I mean, fuck. I mean, seriously, who knows what any of this shit means at this point in this game? But yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is going down here? Because this is not what I was expecting. I don't want to obviously spoil the game, but flip me, it's good. It's really, really good. And it's not afraid to do stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
How far are you into it now? Hours, do you think?
I'm 8 hours in. So I'm about 8 hours into it. And it switches between like the real world or what we perceive as the real world. It may not even be the real world. Who the fuck knows at this point? And like an other world where you go when you're either unconscious or you go to sleep or you get knocked out or something happens to you and then you get transported to this other realm.
It's the Dark Shrine.
And yeah, and then some weird shit. But I'll tell you what, so this thing happened today where all this pretty disgusting body horror stuff happened, right?
Yeah, I'm reading a summary of it now. Damn.
But damn, it then gave like this amazing weapon.
Yeah.
So it sort of it was a bit of a trade-off, you know. You have to watch the horrible stuff, but then the horrible stuff kind of helps you out. I don't know.
Sweet.
It was really good, and yeah, I felt pretty badass.
Sweet.
But I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on, but I have no clue what's going on, if that makes any sort of sense.
Sure.
Well,
Because you think, like, I don't know, you get, like, in the real world part of it, which may or may not, as I've said, be the real world, you get hints of stuff, but you're not entirely sure what it means, if that makes any sort of sense. But
Sure.
I kind of like that because I feel like it's all going to come together at the end. You know what I mean? I'm sure that all this will get resolved, or it may not. Who knows? Because it's a Silent Hill game. They have said this is like a bit of a departure, and you know, future Silent Hill games will not be like this. They will go back to the more traditional Silent Hill. So I don't know. I kind of like this. I mean, it's written by this really quite renowned horror writer in Japan, I think, who writes anime and stuff. I think I could be wrong.
Sure.
yeah.
Who's written the game?
For a person that's not really played many Silent Hill games, or you know, probably since the PS2 era, like what makes it different to the, you know, more modern Silent Hill games then?
I mean, first of all, the setting, because it isn't set in the Silent Hill at all.
Okay.
Because it's set in a completely different village. Obviously, the main protagonist is like a schoolgirl, so that's a lot different to most of the Silent Hill games. And it's creepy as fuck. I mean, this game is so fucking creepy. The enemies are just like these weird clockwork mannequin things that look like schoolgirls, but they're obviously not schoolgirls who wield knives and shit. There's a lot of, you know, did you ever play Condemned back in the day?
See, I don't do horror. That's the problem. I think the worst I've done is probably Dead Space. That was enough for me. That
was enough for you. See, I love a good horror game. But in Condemned, there's a level in there where you're walking through a department store.
Okay.
And there's a shit ton of mannequins everywhere, but some of them aren't mannequins. So some are mannequins, some aren't mannequins, and some of them jump on you and stuff when you walk past them.
Yeah.
And this does that a fucking awful lot. Where, like, especially in this level in the school, you can see there's all these weird floating schoolgirls everywhere. Well, they're not floating all the time, and then suddenly they'll start moving and attacking you out of the blue, and you're like, oh my God. And you just have to spend... And the other biggest difference between this and a normal Silent Hill game, this focuses a lot on combat. So this is very focused on combat, and it's almost not Dark Souls-ish, but it is... There's two settings for difficulty. There's difficult and story. And that's it. There's no in between. There's no easy mode. There's no like the story mode's a normal mode, and then there's hard. And they're the only two settings you can choose between. And you can do the same for the puzzles. So you can have the puzzles as hard or as like story mode. And I'll be honest, I've set them both on story, and some of this combat is still very challenging. If they get a number of, like, some of them have these special attacks, and when they attack you, they'll hit you 3 or 4 times. If you don't just dodge at the right minute, the next thing you know, they're sort of holding you and sticking a knife in your face. You know what I mean? You've got to be on your toes. And they're quite unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? There is like this moment where you can attack them when there's sort of like almost like a counterattack, but it's a really small window, and it doesn't always happen in the same way. So it's quite random. So you spend a lot of time just trying to work out the best way to deal with different enemies. You know, I am getting better at it. I am starting to, you pick up loads of items that all do different things to enhance what you can do. And I am learning to utilize them more efficiently, and especially in combat situations. I'm starting to work out the best ways to fight each type of enemy.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people didn't like this just because of purely the amount of focus on the combat. Because Silent Hill games in the whole tend to be a little bit more sort of sneaking around, avoiding enemies. You know, combat, you do have combat, but not like Silent Hill 2 Remake has a bit of combat, but it is not to the same extent as this. This is like all the time.
Yeah, I think from memory, the other ones were definitely more exploration, kind of just walk around to, obviously a lot of mist everywhere as well. Just discover new areas and yeah, the little challenge in between, but that was it. So whereas this definitely looks more like a almost action RPG kind of game, doesn't it? Or horror at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, the way they do the leveling up is quite interesting. So, but like unlike a skill tree, there's none of that stuff here.
Yeah.
So you can basically buy the upgrades and it's completely random. So when you pray to save the game, if you've got enough like money, so you can exchange items that you pick up and stuff like carcasses and things like that and holy things, and you can exchange them for like points, if you will. They're not called points, they're called something else, but you can exchange them. And then when you get to a shrine, you can actually buy a power. So you just buy a random power and then it'll just sort of tell you what you've got. So it might increase your stamina, it might increase your health, it might make you pick up more loot or items when you're walking around. So it's all that kind of stuff. And you can interchange them, so you can decide which one you want to equip at any one time. So sometimes you can equip different ones for different situations. You know, if you're in like particularly hard combat, you want to increase your stamina so you can do more dodges and do more attacks.
Yeah.
Or you want to might increase your health more so that you can obviously withstand more before you have to heal. So it's quite interesting how all that stuff works. Then the items you pick up are sort of the same sort of thing. So you'll have something that'll increase your stamina, but then will stop it depleting for a certain amount of time during combat. So that's really useful because you can almost do like infinite dodges, which quite often you need to do depending on what sort of enemy you're fighting at that point in time. So there is a lot of depth. I mean, there's a lot of depth in what you can do, but it does feel like Silent Hill. There's a lot of fog, for instance. But in some ways, it doesn't feel like Silent Hill because of the way they've structured the game. But the story so far, the voice acting's great. Yeah, you know, I'm playing this. I don't know whether I'm assuming there is English dialogue. I don't know. I've not even looked. So I'm just playing this in the original Japanese dialogue with English subtitles.
Yeah, really getting into it.
Yeah, I feel like that's like, you know, it's like Yakuza games. I never ever play Yakuza games in English. I'm not entirely sure they have an English soundtrack.
I'm sure they've got to.
But even if they did, I would never use it. Because I feel like these sort of games just benefit so well from having the original voice acting, and it's really good. It's always top-notch voice actors that they get for these types of games.
How do you know? Because you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, but you can just tell with the intonation and the way they sound. You know, they're never wooden. They're always really well. It's really hard to explain, but when you hear them speaking, then they always sound really natural and really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always impressed with the sound on these games. They always seem to be top notch.
Yeah, I did try. I tried to listen to Japanese when I was playing the Ghost of Tsushima, but that was I struggled a bit with that. Yeah, I probably played.
Is it because you had to read at the same time as you were? Like,
yeah, do you struggle with the subtitles?
No, the thing is, I've watched every movie with subtitles. I play games with subtitles on, but yeah, I just couldn't. Maybe there's just too much, you know, kind of going on, because I think also it's quite visually stimulating, that game, isn't it? Well, you know, they certainly make it out to be. So you want to see what's going on, and yeah, I don't know. It's I can see the appeal. I think even with Ghost of Tsushima, they've got the black and white mode as well, don't they? What's the director's cut or something like that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's a bit too deep for me.
Well, and you have a color monitor. You don't need to be seeing it in black and white.
That is true, but I do like that sort of stuff, because he did that with Mafia the Old Country as well. You could play that in like a sepia tone. You could play that in oldie worldy.
I mean, does anybody really do that? Like, it's an interesting option, but I mean, I can't imagine anybody actually doing that.
No, I've certainly never done that. And as I've said before, the Mafia the Old Country, the Sicilian voice acting was shit.
Yeah.
Compared to the American, so fuck that shit. I wasn't doing that, but like I say, this game it fits perfectly.
Maybe you just like the Japanese language and you just like the sound of it, but Italian just rubs you up the wrong way.
I don't know.
They had
I just think the
setting
setting,
the Japanese here than they did the Italian.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's part of the thing. But the setting and everything, I think with it being localized like that and listening to it in its original voice acting, I think does make a difference for being immersed in the game. It definitely adds to the immersion.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I can't recommend this game. I mean, if you like a horror game, this is. I'm going to say this now, and I haven't finished this yet, but I imagine this is going to be up there for my game of the year. You know, when I get there with it, because so far I've been massively impressed with everything that I've played.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and get it finished in the next couple of weeks. But I know this is a big game. It's about 20 hours, apparently, to get to the end.
That's not too bad, then.
No, it's still a big old game, though, for a single-player narrative game with nothing else going on.
Yeah.
And no side missions as such.
Yeah. I suppose 20 hours is still doable. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it finished. I will get this finished, but...
I'll hold you to
I'm enjoying it. I will do it. Don't you worry. I am on it. Duke, back over to you.
Yeah. So last week I had played some other games for Next Fest, and I didn't get a chance to talk about them. And it's a good thing that I had some left over because I don't have anything else to talk about new this week. So I will tell you about Road to Vostok. Yeah, Road to Vostok.
So is this a little bit like a DayZ type affair? Is that what this is?
It's kind of like DayZ. It's a lot like DayZ.
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
It's first person DayZ. And you run around and you run around and you run around and then there's somebody there and shoots you and it's the end. I don't think it's multiplayer. I mean, it might be, but I didn't see anybody for a long time, and I was just running around trying to find, and I don't know. It's been a long time since I played DayZ, but this game, you run around, you run around, you run around. Oh, here's a laundry bin. Oh, you got one scrap of cloth. Okay, run around, run around. In this house, the only thing there is to get is one antibiotic pill in the, medicine cabinet upstairs. Run around, bang, dead. The end. Okay, that's fun. Fuck off. Like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I don't have the patience, but it felt very frustrating and very empty. And I think, look, there's people who like that kind of thing. The fact that you got to be careful. The fact that you can't go running out in the open. The fact that you have to be, managing your stuff well. Fuck that. I want to run around and shoot things and be overpowered and, or on Icarus.
But let's be honest. If you were in a real zombie apocalypse...
Yes, you're right. But you know what? The real zombie apocalypse would be boring as shit. I don't understand why that's a selling point in a real zombie apocalypse. I mean, again, look, if other people like that in their games, fine, more power to you. I don't want a real zombie apocalypse. I want to have 700 clips of ammunition and lots of armor and just plow things down. I'm not interested in skulking around very carefully and having 4 bullets. That's just not for me. So this game was a big thumbs down from me.
Let's be honest, to be fair, if you lived in America, I mean, there's fucking ammunition hanging around all over the place. You've got about a gazillion guns there, haven't they? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not like they're being short supply, is it? I mean, you just walk into someone's house, they'd have about 7 guns.
The other game I played was called Dungeons and Kingdoms. And this game is... very ambitious because you start off as a small group of people and you land on this island and there's a guy who's like, I am your, whatever, assistant And how are we going to do this? And you send this person, okay, go get wood, and this other person, go get stone. And then you create a platform to put the supplies on. And then you're going to make a keep, and you're going to make a little tent, and you're going to make a campfire, and you're going to make this and make that. But you're not really doing it yourself. Everybody else is doing it. So you talk to Turk Grumman, and he's like, okay, here's how you're going to do it. And you pull up the menu for, like the village, and you got 4 villagers when you start. And you're going to, presumably, it's trying to be like Banished in that it's like, okay, you're going to make some houses, and then, people will have kids and so forth and so on. But as you can see on the stream, like the menus are not very clean, and the text is pretty big. So it covers up the whole goddamn screen when you pull up, the workplaces and whatnot. And controls are pretty janky. The graphics aren't great. So I played this for like 20 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I don't think it's my jam.
Fuck this game. I'm done.
Yeah, I think the trouble is, it's like trying to find something interesting and unique on Steam, even during Next Fest, is not an easy task.
Well, I don't need interesting and unique. I need easy to play and easy to understand what to do.
Well, no, I get all that. But nearly all of these demos are just aping something else that's been
true.
Popular, aren't they?
That's true.
And
yes.
I'm looking for the gems that are doing something slightly different to everyone else. So I played a horror game that was like a lot of other horror games, but a bit shit.
Yeah, it's true. There is a lot of repetition, and people who you say, oh, I'm going to make a game, and they don't really have an idea for a game. They just have a game that they like, and they're like, okay, I'll do it like that, but it'll be a little bit different. And sometimes that works, and sometimes
the problem is most of the time it's shitter.
Well, yeah, that's true, but sometimes it's not. Like Stardew Valley is basically just Animal Crossing, but I think he made it better. So
yeah, but that's fine because there isn't an Animal Crossing on PC because that's on Switch only. You know what I mean? So that game doesn't exist on PC. So that's fine. But there's about fucking 50 million of games that look like this.
I know.
All I'm saying is infinitely better than it.
All I'm saying is sometimes taking a swing at, well, there's this other game, I'm just going to make a game just like that. Sometimes that's okay. But in a lot of cases, especially if people like, the problem with this game basically is that it doesn't have the polish. Like it's not smooth, it's not fun, it's not intuitive. So that's the biggest issue for me. But, derivative and, repetitious, yeah, I agree. That's a problem with people making games. It's also a problem with people making music and writing books and lots of other kinds of art.
It is to an extent, but I would say it's a bigger problem on Steam because I would think probably 70 or 80% of the games that are released are aping another game that's already exists on the service.
But don't you think that's true about 70 to 80% of movies? They're all trying to be this other movie that,
I guess.
Action movies are very rarely got a decent story. They're just, we want to see stuff blowing up and body parts flying around.
Yeah. I got a certain set of skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and I don't disagree with you, and that's why a lot of these movies are rated so badly, I guess, when they come out.
Yes.
But I do think within movies, there's always scope for a decent movie to come out. I mean, we watched The Ballad of Wallace Island the other week, and it was fucking brilliant, and it was not like anything else I've watched. It was good, like comedy, and it was funny. You know what I mean? Because we were saying today, we are struggling to find things that are funny these days. You know what I mean? I think comedy movies in general are just not that great, and comedy TV shows.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a Cher. Have you heard of the Cher Company? Have you heard of the Cher Company?
I think so. Isn't that the guy who did I Think You Should Leave?
Yeah, the guy who's done it's off Saturday Night Live. So he's off Saturday Night Live. And it's basically a TV show about a guy who's has a problem with a chair malfunction, and that's the premise of the TV show. And it's had really amazing reviews, and everyone's like, it's just fucking brilliant because it's so unique and different. And I'll be honest, I just didn't get it. I barely laughed. I was like, I had a slight chuckle once or twice, but I want to see something that's got a good belly laugh in it. Do you know what I mean? That properly makes
comedy
you
is
laugh.
so subjective. Like, there's no accounting for, Chinny doesn't like Monty Python. Like, how the fuck you explain that?
Well, I guess. I mean, there's people going, have you heard about The Paper?
Yeah, it's it's trying
so
to
that's meant to be
capture the same hilarity as The Office.
Yeah, but again, it's got great reviews. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
So I don't know whether it does or it doesn't.
But again, that's my point. It's derivative, right? We know what hits. The
Yeah.
Office hit, and so we're going to try to do that again with the paper. It's, I think that's just a very common pattern, especially under capitalism. Like you know you're going to capture a certain market share, and the question is it going to be any good or not? I mean, Parks and Rec was basically a version of The Office, but in the public sector rather than the private sector. But they managed to make it their own. They managed to find a lane to go down, and thank goodness they did, because Parks and Rec's an amazing show.
Yeah, you can say the same for The Office in the US as well. I mean, it's based off the UK one anyway.
Yeah.
You can say the same for the video games. Just that it's working something else, and eventually, hopefully, they're going to find the gem out of all of these. There's probably going to be one that's going to be stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, while we're talking about TV shows, actually, I was going to mention one at the beginning and then forgot about it, which is Pluribus. Have you heard about this?
Clue-reverse?
No, Pluribus.
Pluriverse. No, I don't. Pluribus.
No, Pluribus. Burst. B.
Pluribus. Got it.
English.
Sure.
It's by Vince Gilligan. It's his new TV show.
All right.
You know, made Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Better Call Saul.
Right.
Yeah.
But his new TV show launches on the 7th of November on Apple TV.
Okay.
And it's an interesting premise. I mean, I don't know whether this is going to hit or not. I mean, it feels like a bit of an experiment, but at least it's unique. I mean, it's set in Albuquerque, so I mean, he likes setting these programs in that neck of the woods, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got the woman out of Better Call Saul. I can never remember what her name is.
Rhea Seehorn.
Rhea Seehorn. Is it Rhea Seehorn?
Yes.
Rhea Seehorn. And basically, the Earth gets hit from something from outer space that brings world peace and makes everybody really happy and content.
Great.
But she's not. So the whole world's happy apart from her on her own, living in her house in Albuquerque. Okay. And I don't know where this can go, but
presumably there's something behind the
original.
Smiles that's horrifying that she'll eventually be immune to, and everyone else turns into a zombie or whatever.
Don't know. It's Vince Gilligan. I've got faith in the guy, but even for me, this sounds way out there.
I don't know. We'll see.
So we'll see what happens. Yes. But I'm quite looking forward to it because I've liked Better Call. I love Better Call Saul. I love
it's good.
Obviously Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So I am interested to see what he's doing. But apparently he's almost been just given an open checkbook. It's like just spend what you want to make it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
they have put a lot of faith into this guy.
Yeah, and he's not too unpredictable, I suppose, because David Simon, who is a little unpredictable, says he can't get a show made on HBO anymore, which is a shame because he's one of the best storytellers in TV ever. And for him not to be able to get a show made is a real shame.
Yeah, we just finished Task talking about HBO.
Yeah.
What a TV show that was.
I haven't seen
it. Yeah, if you haven't seen Task, massive recommendation. Totally watch it. It's so good.
All right.
What's that on?
It's on HBO,
Max.
but it's on Sky Atlantic in this country. So it's Sky Atlantic, I think it is.
Okay.
But it's Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
And he's so good in it. He's so good.
Yeah.
So I'll give that a big thumbs up. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I got one more game from Next Fest. It's called Of Ash and Steel. The stuff that we're looking at now on the stream is the dude like swimming in the water and going to get stuff. The first half hour of the demo that I played was just, I need to get rum. Go see so-and-so. He's supposed to have rum. And then you go there. I need a tonic from the doctor. And the doctor needs 6 sticks from the thing. Oh, God. These fucking fetch quests on fetch quests. And like the dialogue took forever. It was like if Avowed wasn't quite so speedy and, efficient with its dialogue. I just couldn't get into Ash and Steel. I mean, the graphics were fine. It looked good. It was interesting in terms of like, you have choices in the dialogue and stuff like that. But I just felt like it was a big drag. It just felt really slow. And, I thought it was going to be an action game with swords and shit. And it's, at least the half an hour I played was just bring this here, go get this from that person, see if you can locate this stuff. And I'm just like, ugh, this is not fun. So I quit it.
What's the other game that's similar to this? Well, it certainly looks similar. It's not Dungeon Siege. There's another one.
I have no idea. There's a bunch of games that kind of look like this, really. But are you talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance?
No, it's they've brought out a couple of other ones. Something Origins.
Talking about Dragon Age Origins?
Yeah, Dragon Age.
That's Dragon Age is the OG. I haven't played the latest Dragon Age, but those are great because you start right away. Hey, there's monsters, kill it, or like there's wolves, or there's rats in someone's basement or whatever. Like that's the standard formula in an RPG.
Yeah.
So
this does have a look of Kingdom Come, to be fair. If anything.
Yeah, I mean it looks good and it plays all right, but it just what you were doing in the game or what I was doing in the game at least was just god awful boring. So I was like, you know what?
Fuck this game. I'm done.
Yeah,
that was my next experience.
It's like we said earlier. It's finding that sort of gem amongst all the shit, isn't it? That's you've got to dig through a lot of shit to find a shiny gem on Steam. And
thank God for Power Wash Simulator 2, which I downloaded on Xbox Game Pass, but I only did the first mission with the truck, so I haven't had a chance to get too far into that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, why didn't it save my progress from the demo? And then I realized, oh, wait, I played the demo on Steam. This is on Xbox.
You see, you should have played it on Xbox. Then
do it all again.
Fine.
Do it all again. I mean, that's, whatever.
Do it all again.
I was much more efficient with the truck the second time. Yeah, exactly. Start it up and let's start over.
You mean kind of like Blueprints?
No. Because it's fun.
It's kind of like Blueprints.
No, because it's fun when you start over.
Start again.
And I don't have to try to figure out how to get into the truck. Ugh, how am I ever going to get into the truck? I got to figure out 73 things in order to get into the truck. Truck's open. Go in and clean it. Anyway, anything else there, Kyle?
Oh, I just played I played one more game this week. It's a bit of a spanner, I suppose, throw everybody off, but I played a game called Monster High Skulltimate Secrets.
Skulltimate Secrets. Is this like a Monster High as in high school?
Yes. So if no one is familiar with this, it's actually a TV show for kind of, as kids are getting older. It's set in this high school that's obviously full of monster/human characters. You get I suppose werewolves and vampires and witches and all those kinds of things. So I mean, I'm looking at the game now, it looks even worse, but
has your wife walked in while you've been playing this? Just checking.
Yeah, so I got this game. It's something that my daughter's interested in, so we just kind of decided to get it. We're actually playing it on the Switch.
Okay, so are you playing this in co-op then, or separately?
No, we can't play in co-op. But I'm just kind of helping as we navigate around things. Go speak to this person. She's not sure what to do, so you naturally just jump over platforms or whatever, where it just becomes a little bit too difficult. I must say it's not great. There is this thing, isn't it? As soon as you need to license a game, it just doesn't seem to have the same polish as other video games. I don't know if it's just because all the budget's been spent on the licenses. I don't know. But the port to Switch is also quite bad. I find it's a bit janky. The frame rate drops a little bit. There's the typical kind of wall clipping you'll get. And for some reason, when you set a task, it's got one button that you can use to follow a path, but on the Nintendo Switch, for some reason, or on our version, it just doesn't work.
That's frustrating.
Makes it even more complicated.
Yeah.
But again, for kids that love this kind of world, they think it's great to be immersed with. You get to create your own character with their own special powers, and then you get to spend time with all these other main characters. So for kids, it's great.
All right. Does your daughter enjoy it? Like, is she liking it?
Yeah, she's loving it.
See, that's the thing that matters. Like I don't know. It's. I think if my parents had looked at some of the games I played when I was a kid, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" But I was enjoying them, and like games that are hitting for kids aren't necessarily going to hit for adults, and that's okay.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the complication. I suppose when I was younger and you first get into it, it seems very much PS1 kind of PS2 era in terms of style.
Yeah.
And the layouts and that, but. I suppose that's me growing up. That's what I had, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, well,
I mean, it's clearly made on the cheap. It's clearly like cash grab, but
yeah, that's what happens.
But on the other hand, like again, like if kids enjoy it, like if like when I was growing up, there were not good Simpsons video games when I was a kid, right? They just didn't exist. The Simpsons video games that came out were shit. Let's be honest. But it was so exciting to be able to play as The Simpsons. So I didn't really mind that much. A game that I normally would have been like, this sucks, because it was a Simpsons game. I was like, this is great, dude. And, that's probably the case here. She comes back to it 5 years later. She'll be like, what the fuck is this? But for now, she's enjoying it. That's cool.
How old is your daughter?
Oh, 7.
7. I was going to say Harry Potter is a great game. If kids like Harry Potter, fuck me, that game is spot on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you want to play in a Harry Potter universe and fly on broomsticks and do all the missions and all that kind of stuff.
Does your daughter like Harry Potter?
You can't get better.
No.
Oh,
well, it's not into it yet. I think the thing is, even with Harry Potter, it's like it's got very dark elements that, again, I don't know if I want
the game has
those things too soon.
So yeah, I was going to say if she was about 10 or 11, maybe that'd be fine. Yeah. Have you tried Call of Duty? Apparently the kids love that game. So I've heard.
Well, that's the other thing is, as you kind of start, as kids start getting into these things and these games, is you also want to find games that also aren't online, that aren't multiplayer, that you can just let them carry on with. Yeah. Because
the Lego games are always brilliant. If she's into Lego, you can play those in couch co-op as well. Another great couch co-op game.
Yeah, we've played a couple, like I think The Incredibles and
I
think a little bit of Spider-Man or the Avengers one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I tell you what, I can't recommend enough the City one, the one that's like GTA.
Lego City, yeah.
Lego City Undercover. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Brilliant in co-op. One of the best Lego games, in my opinion. I absolutely loved it. And there's plenty of jokes for the kids, loads of jokes for adults as well. So there's loads of jokes for everybody.
Yeah, I must give it a go. Give it a go again, actually. It's been a while.
Yeah, have you played it with your daughter, though?
No, not really. So again, it's that age thing is when you start introducing them to these things, because you don't want them in front of screen. They got the rest of their lives to be in front of screens.
It's true.
So yeah, if we can, I suppose, halt it a little bit. Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? You've got to get her trained into games. That's what you got to do.
I suppose there's money in it nowadays. Yeah.
Screen time as long as you're playing video games.
I'm sounding
Other
like
than
my
that,
parents.
none. That's what you got to do. You got to get them trained young. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we talk about the Play My Game bitch for this week?
Bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Play my game. Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
Yeah, bitch.
So I chose it because I was like, I'm going to choose a game. So I chose Keeper for this week's Play My Game. And I'll start because I started playing this game, right? And then I finished it. I literally sat down and played it in one go. Played and finished in one sitting.
How long did it take?
Probably about 5 hours. Probably about 4 or 5 hours.
All right.
I might stop for lunch. But other than that, partly why I haven't played a lot of other stuff this week. Because this game is fucking brilliant. Can I just say? I was going to do I didn't really like it, but I fucking love it. One of my favorite games this year so far.
Yeah,
hands down.
I didn't get a chance to play it, but I watched a couple of the gameplays and that, and it seems it's really interesting. It's something very different, isn't it, in terms of characters and setting.
For those who are able to see the video stream, you play a broken-ass lighthouse that walks around on bone legs.
I love that. By the way, I love the fact it had an arachnophobia warning at the beginning of the
yes,
game.
There's spiders at one point, apparently.
Well, no, there isn't. There's a a lighthouse that looks like a spider.
Is that the only reason why it's got an arachnophobia?
Yeah. There's no
spiders.
Yeah, there's no actual. Oh. Nope, no spiders.
Okay, well, that's weird.
No spiders in the game.
Okay.
But I love it. It's like a post-apocalyptic world, and you're helping out a bird basically, and that's the premise. Got to help the bird to get to where it needs to go.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed when I saw it, it kind of reminded me. I mean, Chinny will probably get upset if I said it, but almost like a Banjo-Kazooie. You know, you got a sidekick that you've just got to roam around this new world with. But I mean, it looks great.
It looks amazing. I mean, this is by Double Fine. Have made this. Who did Stacking and then quite a few point-and-click adventure games. But this is a complete departure for them. This is, I mean, again, I'm going to say it because obviously we played, was it Herdling? We
did play Herdling, yep.
Yeah, which was kind of a similar type of premise, really. It's like a journey. You're doing a journey through this post-apocalyptic world to get to where you're going, and it both involve mountains.
Yeah.
But again, looks amazing. Played brilliant. This played a lot better. Can I just say, mechanically, this game is way more polished. There was no time when I wasn't really sure. There was one point in the game where I couldn't figure out what to do for a little bit, and then it dawned on me, and I'd just missed something. I'd walked past it, but you can obviously go back and have another look, and then I realized what I needed to do. But the animation's great. There's a lot of reminding me of Wheatley from Portal 2, with the sort of the way that they've characterized the lighthouse, and it's got personality and stuff.
Yeah.
The way that it looks around, the way that the eyebrows go up and down and stuff. I mean, what did you think, Duke?
Piece of shit.
It looks great. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I don't like being a lighthouse. I don't know what to say. I didn't feel like it was at all like Wheatley. I felt like the fact that it has an eye that moves around, that's like Wheatley, but that's not saying much. It felt like most of what you're doing is just sort of walking forward, and then at different points you have to walk to the side, to the left or the right or whatever it is, and it's kind of hard to tell where to go at certain times. When you first start going, I couldn't tell exactly what I was supposed to do, and it was like lean, and I was like, well, I'm leaning, and you were supposed to hold it down, which eventually I figured out, obviously. And then, it's gorgeous. Like, it really does look beautiful, but I was like, I don't know what I am. Like, this is a lighthouse that has legs. Like, okay, that's weird. And then there were wasps, and I have to shine my light at the wasps so they don't hurt the bird, which, okay, that's fine. But I wasn't having fun. Like, it was wandering in this area and that area. And then there was this skull that had tree legs, and then he needed his eyes back, so I went and got his eyes, and I put them in his face, and he was like, "You may pass." He didn't say that, but you could tell that's what he was saying because he lifted his torso up, and you went underneath it. To each their own. Like, more power to you. I don't really think it's a piece of shit. It's just funny to play that sound clip, especially when Stu is loving this game. And I don't have anything against you for loving it. I just, it didn't. It was just it felt frustrating and weird, and I wasn't into it.
I don't know how it could be frustrating. That's because I mean, to be fair, the first hour or so, the puzzles are quite simplistic. They do get obviously more complex.
Right. It wasn't the puzzles. It was the first time you start playing. I didn't know that I had to hold down lean, and eventually I did get it. But then as soon as he starts walking, he keeps falling over. And that was frustrating to have to keep getting back up.
Yeah, but that's the first 30 seconds of the game.
2 minutes. But the point is that it was...
Well, fucking hell, Duke. It's 2 minutes of the game at the beginning.
Yeah, 2 minutes that I was frustrated. If that means anything to you, I was frustrated for the first 2 minutes of the game, and that did not put me in a mindset to say, I'm having fun. Now, eventually, it did get a lot easier. There's no doubt about it. And, the graphics, as I keep saying, are beautiful. But even as I found it easier to maneuver the dude, it's still just, he's on a ledge, and he's moving slowly across the ledge. Like, okay, that's fine. But, it just wasn't for me. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I get that in a way, because I feel that way when I play the Uncharted games, is a lot of the time you're just kind of holding the analog stick in one direction. But again, that's my view. Because
I mean, you're also shooting a lot of people in the Uncharted games, and if you were shooting people in this, I'd be like, hey, I'm shooting people.
Well, you're kind of shooting people with a light.
I was mostly shooting tree
You do.
roots.
I'm sorry, dude, but I'm sorry.
Well, my opinion's
Within
incorrect,
an hour,
is it?
no, you just again. I feel like this is a case if you just don't give something enough of a chance. You're
played it for half
complaining
an
about
hour.
something that happens within the first 30 seconds of gameplay.
Did you not hear me talk about the
And I'm
part where I brought
sorry.
the dude his eyes and then he let me through?
Yeah, I
That's
get
about
you.
30 minutes
I
into
get
the
you.
game, right?
Possibly 15, 20 minutes from my recollection.
Okay, well, how about this? Next time you recommend a game,
We-
tell
we-
me
we
exactly how many
made-
minutes you need me to play the game
Well,
in order to
I remember
satisfy
us having
you.
a rule. I
Yeah,
remember
what
us
was
having a
that?
rule that you had to play for at least an hour.
I don't
There was
remember
an hour
agreeing to
was
that.
the rule.
I don't think I
We
can
did.
agree to that.
We did.
Okay, well,
We did.
I don't
We
know
said
what to
any
tell you.
games that we play for
If
playing
you want
a
me
game,
to
bitch,
lie
we'll
to
give
you
it
and
at
say I
least an
played a
hour.
game for an hour, I can
No,
do
no,
that. but-
no, that's fine. I just feel like sometimes your complaints are not really justified. To complain about having to wiggle a joystick left and right for 10 seconds and not realize what you're doing, that does not seem like a justified complaint, in my opinion. But
Okay,
that's
suppose
just me.
somebody said about The Last Portrait that you weren't justified in quitting when you quit The Last Portrait. What would you say to them?
Yeah, but it wasn't from the first 30 seconds of gameplay.
How long did you play that game for?
Probably about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And I only stopped, to be fair, because I had something to do, so I couldn't play it. I mean, I know I said I fought this game, but I would have probably played it for longer had I not
All
had
I'm
stuff to
saying
do.
is that we all have our own measures of how long it makes sense to give to a game in order to get a fair sense of what kind of game it is. And I believe that 30 minutes in a 5-hour game, where a large part of the game is
6-hour game.
recognizing the graphics and moving
20
around this
minutes-ish.
unusual world. Okay, well, I've made my point, and I think I'm not going to make any new points, so I'm going to go ahead and stop.
No, I just think that isn't a good way to give a fair
I
assessment.
understand
but
why
that's
you
just
say
my
that.
opinion.
I understand your opinion. Thank you for sharing your opinion.
I mean, for instance, if you'd written a book and someone only read the first page and then went, "Nah, this is a pile of shit,"
Yeah,
would
fine.
you be happy with that assessment of your book?
Absolutely. Because when you read,
Having only read the first page,
yes. If that first page doesn't grab them, by all means, walk away. I don't want you to waste your time on a book that doesn't interest you.
I mean, I'll be honest, Duke. I had to watch the first episode of The Wire 4 times.
Yes,
before
a
I
lot
got
of
into
people
that
have that
show.
experience. And if people watch it,
But
once
I
and they
stuck
decide
with
it's
it,
not-
because I thought, Duke says it's going to be good, so I've got
That's
to stick
great.
with this.
That's fine.
And I didn't go, no, this is a piece of shit because I couldn't get into it after 4 watches of the first episode, did I?
Well, I have to ask, just to change the subject a little bit, is what platforms did you guys play this on?
Steam. Oh no, Xbox
so I played.
Game
Yeah,
Pass.
I played.
Yeah.
Xbox on the PC.
Yeah.
Okay, and you both played with the controller as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I'm just wondering in terms of movements and that, if it's any different between kind of playing on because this is I noticed obviously a Steam and Xbox exclusive as well. So it's not available on PS, which is what I'd normally play on. So I don't know if that changes.
No, I mean part
playing.
of the issue. Duke is correct. He wobbles about for the first minute of the game, and then he just walks normally after that. So that's never an issue again.
Yeah.
That is literally the first within less than 5 minutes of starting the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
Oh well.
So I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit harsh.
Yes,
to
I agree.
criticize
I'm
something
being
for
harsh.
the
There's
first
no
5
doubt about
minutes
it.
of game.
I think
Well-
it's probably, I haven't played it, but I think it's one of those. I'll give it a go, and I will let you know how.
Let
I
us
feel.
know what you think.
Yeah, we need a decider because I absolutely love this, and I think what got my back up was the piece of shit thing, where it definitely
Fair enough.
is not
I was
that at
trolling with
all.
that sound clip, and that's not fair because I don't actually think it's a piece of shit. I just think it's not for me. And like I say, the graphics are gorgeous. And if this is your kind of game, look, if you liked hurdling, you'll probably like this. I, found hurdling to be okay, but I never played it again after we played it, for the play my game thing. And I probably played it for 45 minutes that first time. And, it just, like this one, I guess it was less appealing to me than hurdling. And I just couldn't get into it.
What I'll say, because I've obviously finished this.
Yes.
The progression is great. There's lots of different stages. You're not just a lighthouse the whole time, but I'm not going to say much more because I don't want to spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
But the ending is super exhilarating.
Cool.
This this game has a lot of stuff going for it. And it does a lot with no dialogue at all. So this story is completely told just without anything other than visual stuff.
Yeah,
Which I think personally goes an excellent job of.
Yeah, because I mean, if you said it only takes 5 or 6 hours to complete as well, that's achievable for a lot of people as well, isn't it? It's a good kind of entrance.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the quality to time is great, and the pacing is really good.
Yeah.
I never found myself getting frustrated. I never found myself getting bored. And it changes enough throughout the game that it always keeps you engaged, really. And it has a really cool structure to it, in so much as that the puzzles can seem quite. What it does as you get further into the game, it does a really good. What really good puzzle games does, which is a bit like Portal. Which shows you this massive area with all this stuff to do, and you're like, "Oh my god, how the hell am I going to do all this stuff to get there or to achieve this goal?" But then once you start doing it, it all sort of clicks into place.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it really did. I said that out of the whole 5 or 6 hours, I maybe only got stuck once, and that was because I'd just completely missed something while I'd just passed it by. But other than that, there was never a time during the game where I felt stumped or the puzzles weren't satisfying. It does start off very simple.
Do you think it's worth 25 quid?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I hadn't played this on Game Pass and I'd paid 25 quid for it, I think I would have been fairly happy at the end with my experience.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I know you would have refunded, but that's okay.
Yeah, horses for courses.
Yeah,
I should be less caustic when I start describing my experience with a game, and maybe I would be less obnoxious with whatever.
No, you don't have to. I like it. Carry on.
All right. What's next? We got
fine.
news. We got emails.
I don't have to agree with you, but it's fine.
No, you don't.
Actually, as it goes, there was some news, and now I can't remember what it was.
Well, then maybe we should just move on to emails.
But yeah, I remember the news this week. There is some news, isn't it? There is some news. And this will affect Kyle.
Oh, no.
Which will affect Kyle. But Halo is released on the PS5.
Oh, yes.
So did you know this, Duke?
I did not.
So Halo Combat Evolved is now available on PS5.
Oh, my God. It must look amazing.
But it's kind of, I think it is the remade one, the sort of the updated version of this game I think it's from the Master Chief Collection. I think that's where this has originated from, and they ported it to the PS5. Now, interestingly, there's been a bit of controversy on this release because there's no multiplayer at all.
What? Well, there wasn't on the original, was there?
There wasn't on the original, but people expected there to be a multiplayer portion of this game available.
Yeah.
Which is weird, isn't it? I don't know why that is happened. But it's what I think personally is going to happen is that they're going to release a multiplayer on its own, like a standalone, if you will.
Maybe.
I don't like it when they do that, though.
And that's what they're going to do, though, isn't it?
Why don't you
Let's be honest.
I just think nowadays, if you're going to buy a game, you kind of want it to have everything. I mean, Halo is a known franchise. It's been built around multiplayer, really. I mean, the story is, especially the original ones, it's okay. It doesn't bring anything incredible, but the memories for me were playing it online, playing multiplayer with your friends, even co-op. So to buy a game and not have that, and then to get entrance to be able to then play multiplayer, you got to pay more. That's when it just.
Well, but if it's a free download, would you still be objecting to it, or do you think it's okay if it's provided free, just separate?
Yeah, I mean, if it's free and it comes later on, then fine. But for some reason,
well, I agree. Having to pay extra for something like that would be very frustrating to me if I was a PS5 player. So,
I mean, I'll try. I'll probably give it a go. Give the trial a demo. I'm sure they have one on PlayStation. So I mean, looks okay. I saw some screenshots actually a couple of nights ago on it. Again, looks they've done a little bit to adjust it. Some of the graphics, so it's modernized it a bit, but it looks okay.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever played Halo before?
I played number 1 on the original Xbox, and then I think I played Reach. I think I've still got a copy of Reach. Actually, it's going to be worth something someday.
Dude.
You never know. You never know. I'm assuming that some of the other Halo games will get the same treatment at some point. I'm assuming Halo 3, which is was kind of seen as the pinnacle of Halo, will be on PS5 at some point, I would guess. But yeah, I mean, the Xbox seemed to be going all in with this multi-platform, being a software company and, you know, releasing all their games on PS5. They're like, fuck it, who cares anymore? You know, let's just release all these exclusives on there.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision by Microsoft, isn't it? Because they just kind of seem to have abandoned the player base, if I can say that, the Xbox player base, and just going out to the wider market. But
I mean, yes and no. I mean, these are all the back catalog stuff, so it's not like they're releasing day one on Xbox exclusive and on PS5 at the same time. I mean, in Gears of War 1, you know, that's a fucking old game at this point. We're talking, 20 years old?
Yeah.
At this point. So I don't feel like that's that big a deal. They're releasing a 20-year-old game. And Halo, similar, isn't it? I mean, Halo's even older. I mean, you're talking 25, 26 years old.
I mean, I guess maybe the question is, like, what's the last, like, Halo game they gave the Xbox community, though? I mean, is that fair to your question, Kyle?
Yeah, I would say it's, certainly assisted. Are they just testing the waters to see, are the other players interested in, you know, if it is the PlayStation base? Maybe the next one's coming out on all platforms.
I don't know. I can't see it, to be honest. I think this is, let's just give them some old Xbox exclusive.
I mean, it's a way to make a little more money off this game that no one's buying anymore now on the Xbox. I can't imagine people on the PlayStation going nuts for this. I mean, it's such an old game, and I don't know.
It just hits that nostalgia, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you want to go back and play it again. So
sure.
But
but for a lot of PlayStation players, you know, they may never have ever played Halo.
Yeah, they might be like, "Ooh, let's see what the excitement's about." Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and I think that's the same for Gears of War. I feel like there are some Sony like players who are so loyal they've never had an Xbox.
Yeah.
You know, so the closest they've got is probably playing it at a mate's house.
Yeah.
Like we used to do with you know, the ZX81 and the Commodore 64.
Yeah. It's also a completely different age group, isn't it? So you know, not to sound funny, but when Halo came out, you know, kids that are going to be playing that now, they're only born.
Yeah, might not have even been born.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I suppose it's accessing a whole other market for them. So
True.
I'll probably give it a go.
Go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because like a 25-year-old video gamer wasn't born in 2001 or whatever when
my students right now were born in like 2008, I think. So
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So there'll be people that are saying with Gears of War at the end of the day, 20 years old. You know, they've never played this game.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it still stands up. Me and Chinny can attest to that. It stands up well, even in this day and age.
Hold up.
Still, it definitely holds up.
Yeah. All right. Any more news?
Okay,
or is it email?
That's kind of it. No, I think that's it. Let's do some. We've got a couple of emails and
Whoa, that ruled.
Okay, here we go. Now we have got a quiz, and I don't know whether I should read this because some are only Chinny questions.
Oh,
so I don't know whether to save this till next week.
We could probably save it.
It's from John. Yeah, it's from John Collins, but I just wanted to let you know I have got the email and the quiz. But as Chinny isn't here this week, then obviously
it's not possible to do it.
So, but thank you very much for emailing in. We do appreciate it.
Love you.
Okay.
Fuck off.
We have got an email off our usual emailer, Jason, who can I just say has been taunting me endlessly this week regarding although I'm not that bothered because I'm not as big a fan as Chinny, but the Back to the Future Casio watch. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
I'm familiar with the watch.
So basically, they're making Casio are doing a calculator watch, but it's all Back to the Future themed. So it's got a flux capacitor on the back casing, you know, on the back of the watch.
Yeah.
It's got all of the numbers on the calculator bit, like in the car, you know, for the year and everything. And it's basically just got logos around it and something. It says out of time at the top. And it's on Casio's website for 110 quid.
Okay.
So which is double the price of the normal calculator watch. So they are already cashing in by about 60 quid or whatever on top of the normal price.
Gotcha.
But in the UK, it's sold out more or less instantly. And people have got it on eBay now for about 300 quid.
Oh, my goodness.
Between 250 and 300
These
quid.
Scalpers,
so they're already
man, I tell
scalping.
you what. Oh, it's crazy.
And they need to sort this shit out. I mean, they released this as a limited edition.
Yeah.
Fucking make enough. Is it going to cost you any more to make more?
Well.
And people obviously want it. So
People
fucking
want
make
it.
more of their fucking thing.
But they can
'Cause people
keep
are gonna
jacking
buy
the
it.
price up.
Yeah, but they're not jacking the price up.
No, I know, but not yet.
Casio
But they
aren't
might do
making
it
any
next
money.
time. Or they might, it builds buzz, and then people are like, I got to make sure I get one next time there's a bunch of them out. And so then, I mean, maybe they're just being stupid. They're saying this is it.
I
There's
think they're
never going to be
being
more.
stupid.
Yeah, well.
As far as I know, this is it. This is kind of a one-time
I mean, I
thing,
agree that if you're
but-
going to make a limited edition of something, then you should make enough. But on the other hand, if it's limited, like that makes it rare, right? Like some people really like the fact that it's, I have one that nobody else has or whatever.
Yeah, but it's arbitrary, isn't it? Because
Of
it's like,
course.
what's the benefit of that to Casio? There's no benefit to Casio if there's only 100 of those.
People talk about it more.
I don't know, 50,000. They do, but they would have sold out regardless, wouldn't they?
Maybe.
How many did they
So-
make? Do you know?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say how many they supplied, but it was literally within probably an hour of it going up, they were gone.
Yeah.
They were all gone, whatever was available. And then it was just like, I'm sorry, we've run out. Which is very similar to when they did the Moon Swatch. You remember this? So when Swatch made a copy of the Omega Moon Watch or a version of it, and you could only buy them in certain boutiques around the world, which is fine. But if they'd have made I don't know, 5,000 of those, they'd have still sold them all, or however many they made on launch day, they would have all been sold.
Yeah.
But instead, they made a very limited number, and they only sold them in these boutiques. And there were fucking people queuing round the block to try and get one.
Yeah. I mean, it does look cool, I must say. And it looks like it comes with a box as well. That's
Yeah,
like the
it
old
comes with like a VHS tape box. Yeah.
It looks like a Casio calculator watch. Let's not go. I mean, it's a cute watch, but
people are paying 300 quid for these
well,
on
of course
eBay
they are.
now
That
if
doesn't
the-
make
if
it
people
worth
are
the
buying them.
value. I mean, I don't know. I don't use a watch anymore. I don't know anybody who does except for Stu. Do you use a watch, Kyle?
Yeah,
I've got a smartwatch.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I just this. I mean, look, this is a collector's item,
Yeah.
right? I got the fucking Mist book and the goddamn bobblehead from Fallout. Everyone buys cute toys for
Yeah.
the things they love. I'm not trying to dog on people who like this, but
No, but it is a problem because one of the games that I really want to play, I'm a big fan of Samurai Jack, and
Yeah.
they made a new game a little while ago, but a limited run on those. And if I want to buy a new version of it, it's hard to find. I think you can probably get one for, I think it's like 75 quid
Oof.
for a used copy,
Yeah.
which I'm not.
On-
paying
sorry, on
for
what
that
system?
That's on PlayStation. Sorry.
The first one, PS1 or PS5?
No, this is PS. I think it was released on PS4.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yeah,
That's
they
a
brought out
lot of
later
money
one.
for an older game.
So
Is there an
yeah, I
emulator at
won't
all,
pick
or
it
is it still too new for it to be emulator?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't even looked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try to see what I can find. But it's one of those where again, even if the game's not great, just to add that to a little bit of a collection.
Oh yeah,
you know,
sure. I hear you.
It'd be nice to see on the shelf.
Yeah, I hear you. I get that.
So, yeah.
But I agree with you, Stu, that it doesn't make sense for Casio to make so few. And it's possible that they didn't realize how many would sell, and they should do another run of them, and maybe they will. Because, I mean, they want to make money.
Maybe they will.
right?
I mean, but Jason's telling me he's going to get one, so I guess we'll see if he does.
Oh, yeah. Is he going to get one for you, or is he going to get one for him?
No, is he? He's going to get one for himself. I'm not that bothered. To be fair, I'm not a huge Back to the Future fan.
Yeah.
But I don't like this almost like it's kind of a fake like limitation. Do you know what I mean? They make it sound like, well, it's not fake because they make it hard to get hold of.
Right.
But then all you end up with is all these scalpers on eBay.
Right.
Trying to sell them for
I
treble
agree
the
that
amount
that's
that they
very
cost.
frustrating, and it's in a sense, that's the nature of capitalism. But on the other hand, it seems like companies could do something to try to keep it out of the hands of scalpers. But I don't know what.
I mean, it's like, for instance, when the first Sony VR headset came out, I got one of those on launch because I managed to get a pre-order in.
Right.
And I managed to sell it to CEX for about 100 quid more than I paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But you weren't setting out to make a profit.
No, I didn't do that at all. But that was that I can kind of accept because it takes a lot longer to make tech. There's only so many you can have ready for launch day, I suppose.
You sound like a sculptor.
Yeah, I suppose. But when they're making a watch that's just got that, they'll have the tools to make more than what they've already created.
This is a watch. The technology peaked in 1987.
Yeah,
it's a time
exactly.
Machine, guys. Come on,
it's a time machine.
It says out of time at the
There's
top.
no reason.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It does say out of time.
There is no reason.
No, there isn't. Okay, anyway, this is what
the
Jason's
actual email.
apart
Go ahead.
Apart from the taunting about the watch, he says, how about being open to a recommendation?
Well, we've done that with Cheese Running, whatever the fuck it was. And there was the game before that
we
did on a
Cheese
recommendation.
Roller.
What was the one before that we did on a recommendation?
I don't know. We've done a couple. We've done a couple.
Now I need to know. I'm going to look back
He says,
on the show note history.
Yeah, have a look. Hey, veterans, I'm really thrilled that GameStop's collectible revenue was rocketed to the moon. They are scrambling for more Pokemon to keep the kids happy in GameStop's new digital power bank marketplace. Customers for life. So how it works is like a mystery box. Once unveiled, you keep the card, grab the physical slab, sell or trade what you've got. If my calculations are correct, next will be big name companies working with devs to release those special edition digital Zelda games with Triforce power packs, bringing video games front and center only at GameStop.
By the way, it was Planet Crafter from Shawnee T. Thank you, Shawnee T.
So there you go. You see, we have done.
Yeah.
The digital physical tie-ins will be amazing. Sports games too. Oh my God, memes, digital memes plus physical versions. As we've learned with the NBA and the Mafia, GameStop needs to do it right. Labubu. I know y'all don't get it because you are old.
I'm sorry. No, not liking Labubu is not just because I'm old. It's because I saw Beanie Babies come and go and Tamagotchis, and I was never into those, so I'm not into Labubu either.
Okay. He says, I know y'all don't get it because you are old and jaded and prejudiced against Wonder, but the kids get it. GameStop is an incredibly undervalued company. Only at GameStop, a collector's dream.
Yeah, this is like Fetch in Mean Girls, dude. Stop trying to make GameStop happen. It's not going to happen. What is it at right now?
As for only on Xbox, that's cool. I'll play Halo on my PS5 couch co-op. It looks great. GameStop has declared the console wars are dead. I declare you all haters. But hey, you're the veterans of gaming. GameStop has power with these game devs and big companies, and I'm very excited for the future. But it's the AI games I'm worried about. Ops indeed, as the kids would say. In the future, AI games will be amazing, unbelievably sloppy. Or unbelievably
It will be sloppy, yes. I agree with that. I don't know why that's a good thing, though.
I don't know, guys. I watched the video recently where I saw some footage of an AR game, or it certainly looked like it. And there are some elements, obviously it does look janky and rough. But to think where that tech is now, given another 2 or 3 years, I mean...
Oh, it's going to be amazing. There's no doubt.
It's evolving.
When he says sloppy, I think he's referring to the fact that people refer to things that massively generated AI content as AI slop, meaning that it's just, it comes out so quickly. There's so little creativity. I mean, creativity in the sense of like, just make the craziest thing you can think of. And it just, one after the other. It's just, it's this stream of stuff that is impossible to have any actual connection to just because there's so much of it. And it's just about, I had students before our school finally banned cell phones during class. He would just sit there watching. I was like, what? Just tell me what you're watching. I just want to know. And he was like, it's a cat skateboarding on top of a subway train. And it's just going through all the different cities in the U.S. And I was just like, that does sound interesting, but it also sounds like, you know what I mean? Like there's no story to it. There's no artistry. It's just a robot being like, here's something that will interest you. And I think, video games, it might be amazing. There's no doubt about it. I personally feel like I'd rather just play games made by humans. But maybe the next...
Yeah, I'll be honest.
The next survival game that comes along made by an AI, I'll be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll be wrong.
I think, video games currently, AI, as Jason says, our unbelievable slop is what we'll get at the moment. I think that's kind of what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Until I don't know whether they'll ever figure this shit out. I mean, did you see this story recently? I think it was a woman in Germany or France somewhere as a company that have created the first AI actress.
Yeah. I saw that.
You seen this?
Yeah.
And she's been signed up to an agency already.
The only benefit to that is to the filmmakers who want to save money. Like there's no way a human audience is going to be, I mean, I can't imagine wanting to see her in a movie. You know what I mean? Like what?
I just feel like we're still going to get that uncanny valley when this stuff, maybe we won't. I don't know, but I feel like that's still going to happen.
See, how is it different though? Did you guys ever watch the Final Fantasy movie?
I did.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, when that came out, it was like a CGI, but
it was the first real. Well, it was one of the first CGI movies. Yeah.
Yeah, and when that kind of came out, when did that come out, Duke? That was
I don't remember. Spirits Unbound or something like that.
Yes.
Ginny would know exactly what month it came out. Spirits Within 2001.
Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't a great movie.
No, I mean, but visually, it was.
Oh, visually, it was great. Yeah, no doubt.
And to see how much that's changed, but you can still pick up that CGI elements in movies and that as well, can't you? So
I mean, it's getting harder and harder to detect, but I think for me the difference is like there's human voice actors, and I don't know. I feel like although it is CG animated, same with Toy Story and all the Pixar movies, like I think there is the human touch, there is the human aspect of. Here's how we're going to pan across this scene. Or, the story of Monsters, Inc. is amazing. That's a great story. And I think that AI, as a storyteller, is just leeching off of what other people have told in terms of stories. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard for AI to come up with something new. And
something unique. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I do think that also it's just a bit weird. I mean, because you're comparing this AI actress to, just CGI, but it's more than that, isn't it? Because they're almost pitching it like a person. She's got her own agent, and she's going to do roles in films that people want her to do, like a normal actress. It's just fucking weird, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's very
weird. But they're
weird.
throwing it in there, Stu, just so you are going to be interested and you're going to want to watch the film.
Well, right. It's the novelty of it.
Just to see what's happening. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
But I can't imagine she does that first movie. Everyone's like, oh my God, it was an AI actor. Blah, blah, blah. And then the question is going to be, is it a good movie? And people are going to be like, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Or, like, is she a good actor? And it's like, I mean, she's fine. I'm sorry. Megan Fox isn't a great actor. Like, the one from Twilight, what's her name? Who does her hair? She was in Adventureland. She played Princess Di. Anyway, Kristen Stewart. Thank you. Yes, she got decent, but at first she wasn't an amazing actor. Like Hollywood has never cared about the acting ability of young women. It's just, are they hot? And this AI actress is hot. So okay, she's got what Hollywood wants, and she's cheap. So there's that too.
Yeah,
cheap, and they can make her whatever they want.
Exactly, she'll do frontal nudity. Yeah, she's not going to have all these contingencies.
She won't have to have, what did he call them when they have to do sex scenes?
And Leonardo DiCaprio will be willing to date her forever because she's never going to get older than 25.
Yeah, she'll stay 25 in his life forever.
That's right.
Anyway, he says, here is an artist I recommend. Mr. Joshua at Pants is the artist of the year.
What?
Check Pants out if you enjoy greatness. Otherwise, keep on hating. You guys trash every recommendation I send your way. Only at the veteran haters. Stop being so hateful, you numpties.
Is this the art of pants that I'm looking at here?
I'm guessing so. The Mr. Joshua at Pants.
I don't know. Your bangs look phenomenal. I can't hear you over the dryer. This looks like really strange drawings, kind of like Far Side style. Would you like to upgrade to Cinema VIP? You can pause the film for bathroom breaks. It's cute.
Is that original? Sorry, I maybe missed the point there. But
I have no. Missing the point is
or...
kind of the point of a Jason Gallagher email. So don't feel bad.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that's just normality.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, we are kind of haters when it comes to Jason stuff, but on the other hand, Stu really liked Pentiment, and you know,
I did, even though I never finished that either.
And he recommended me a YouTube series that had to do with music, which I found very interesting. So, you know, although I misspelled John Baptiste and he let me hear it, that's fair because I did make a mistake, and it's fair to correct someone when they make a mistake. So, we're not just haters. Sometimes we like what you throw at us, but we also have a hard time understanding your emails. So, if our attitude is dismissive, it's partly because the syntax is very frustrating to get through there, Jason. Try a more conventional syntax of your sentences.
I'll be honest. I think this week's email was pretty clear.
It was relatively straightforward
compared to other stuff.
Compared
to other stuff he said.
Agreed.
So,
all right. Any other emails?
No, but we have got a couple of speak pipes off.
We do.
Type, it's the way to leave a message.
Well, there's one that's listed as from Saint Diesel, but it's diesel as in the fuel, which he never does. So maybe this isn't him.
I don't know. I did tell that we had two of them.
We'll find out.
I never noticed that.
Let's see. The first one is from this Saint Diesel, Diesel, which is, again, not the usual spelling.
Autocorrect.
No.
Let's find out who it is.
I think you're right. I think this is fake. But
let's listen and see.
Hello there, veteran gamers. Yo, bitches. It's your boy Saint Diesel, a.k.a. Derek Signs, a.k.a. MC Sinewave, a.k.a. Saint Diesel, in the house. Yo.
I wonder if this is AI trying to be saying that. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That does sound like him, though.
It does sound like him. So maybe it is him, or maybe it's an AI-generated thing. Hang on. Let's listen to the rest of it.
That's right, bitches. It's your boy Derek.
See, he doesn't say bitches. He's talking faster than Saint Diesel does.
I love this.
Keeping it real. That's right, I won the lottery. I'm off to Vegas, bitches. That's right, the Vegas of the North, Blackpool, with my bitches. Yo. You can take your quizzes and shove up your ass.
This is not Derek. This is not Saint Diesel.
It does sound. It does sound like him, but I'm
almost certain this is AI.
Ready to
no, it's definitely not him.
Gaming is for nerds, bitches. See you next time, nerdlings. Peace out. Bye.
And it feels like some kind of violation, man. Like
that's weird.
You're putting words in his mouth and in his voice.
Yeah, bitches.
Now it's not, it's funny, it's amusing, it's weird, but it's also like, dude, imagine if someone called my boss with my voice saying, "Fuck you, I hate working for you, and I hate kids, and fuck off." Like, that could do some real damage.
We're in a scary world.
We are in a scary world, man. What the fuck? So, okay, whoever sent this in, that's very cute. We appreciate you giving us a proof of concept. We would like to know who you are and how you made this sound clip.
Who cares?
Well, I care.
It's just funny.
But
that's a little bit like the one that they sent with the posh voice saying that the American guy who I love, I love the show and I love Stu and I loved, Chitty. I think it's the same person who sent us that one. It
could be. We don't know. There's very little information that comes from these speak pipes, right? I mean, it just says you got a speak pipe. From Saint
no, we've
Diesel.
no idea.
Yeah.
I should have realized maybe from the email.
That could be interesting if they were identifying info, but I don't think they give it to us on SpeakPipe. The idea is that anyone can send it in.
Sometimes you do.
And they ask for a name, but you don't have to give one. So anyway, that was an interesting moment. So here comes
one from.
There is a real one from.
So I believe this is actually from the real Saint Diesel.
This is him. You're well spotted on the spelling though, because I didn't see that at all.
Hey, I have an eye for detail. All right, so here's the real one. It's called The Horror.
Hey, veteran gamers. It's 5 days until Halloween. And although I normally get into the Halloween spirit, if that's the right word, I have made a little concession to it this year. I've been playing some horror video games. What have I played? The remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 on the PS4, and also Alien Isolation on the PS4. But I've also picked up a few horror DVDs and videos over the last charity weeks at charity shops. I've got them in front of me now, and I'll read them out in order of original release. We got The Changeling with George C. Scott from 1980, and there's Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman. Then Pan's Labyrinth, which some people may argue is not a horror film, but I think it is.
It's a very good movie.
And then more
totally
recently,
amazing.
there's The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Stephen King's Dr. Sleep, which, if anyone doesn't know, is the sequel to The Shining.
Yeah.
And that's got Ewan McGregor in, I believe. So, question for you, I guess, this week is there a piece of media, whether it's a book, a film, TV series, a video game, could be a podcast even, that is afraid and scared you a little bit anytime recently? And if not recently, when was the last time you were actually scared by a piece of entertainment media? And I'm not talking about listening to the latest single by Ed Sheeran. But there you go. That's it for this week. Happy Halloween until next time.
Okay, horror films, everyone, or horror stories, or
Kyle,
horror
you go
video
first.
games.
I think, like I said to you guys earlier, I'm not really big into the, I suppose, horror side. If I'm going to watch a horror film, it's got to be in the daytime. You've got to make sure that the windows, well, I've got some kind of light just to recover, because otherwise I'm not going to sleep at night.
Really? Do you let the horror films affect you that much?
I don't know why, but it sticks with me, Stu. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I don't know if it's just been some events in my life, some paranormal events or something. I'll tell you one of the reasons. I watched the Amityville Horror when I was on holiday one year.
Oh, great film!
But I watched the newer one with Ryan Reynolds, and I couldn't shake this feeling. This is nighttime. We watched the film. Couldn't shake this feeling that you're being watched. After you've watched a film like that, even like Paranormal Activity, something sticks with you.
Sure, it gets under your skin.
Only to find out at about 3:00 in the morning, people were breaking into my house.
It was actually happening?
What the hell?
Oh, no.
So, exactly. So,
oh, God. You weren't paranoid. You weren't just imagining it because you watched a horror movie. That sucks.
So, yeah, that kind of stuck with me. So
wow.
I think
I'll bet it did.
If I have that feeling now that I'm being watched, I'm not going to sleep for a while.
Well, no.
Wow. I mean, for me personally, recently, it takes a bit for me to be scared watching a horror film. And there aren't many horror films that actually make me scared anymore. But The Changeling, when I was a kid, was fucking terrifying. I don't know whether either of you have ever seen The Changeling.
No.
But it's a fucking really creepy film. And it's about a guy who's being haunted by a little kid in his house, and fucking weird shit happens, and balls keep appearing and stuff bouncing down the stairs when no one's there. So it was creepy as fuck. But the one I always remember when I was quite young as well, unfortunately, my mum had a friend who let us watch whatever we wanted when we were around at her house, and we watched all sorts of stuff. And there used to be a series in the UK called Hammer House of Horrors. I don't know whether you've ever heard of this. Have you heard of this, Kyle?
No.
And Duke probably one of them because it was British.
Nope.
And basically there was an episode of that, and it was called The Birthday Party or something like that. It was basically this kid's birthday party. And there was a scene in the episode where there were pipes that ran along the wall above the table where they were having the birthday food and everything. And then there was all this weird noise, and one of the pipes cracked and broke and came down. And the next thing, there's all this blood pouring all over the table and all over the kids and everything. There's blood everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It was fucking... And me, as a 6 or 7 year old, when I watched it, however, I wasn't very old at the time, was absolutely terrified. And in our kitchen at home, there were pipes that ran along the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I was convinced that they were going to break and blood was going to pour all over our kitchen. I mean, obviously it never happened.
Yeah.
But for months after watching that episode of that, I was convinced it was going to happen.
Well, that reminds me, there was a guy who lived down the street from us who had a big pit in his basement, and he used to put people in it and tell them to put the lotion on their skin. And then when I saw Silence of the Lambs, I was like, man, that sounds a lot like that. No, I'm just kidding. But here's the thing. For a while, the Duchess would go visit her family in New Jersey while during the Thanksgiving break. And because it's not like a full week or anything, I didn't want to go traveling and then come back and have to teach again on Monday or whatever. So I would just stay, in Wisconsin. And for a while, it was like I just, for whatever reason, got in the habit of eating ramen noodles and watching horror movies. And God damn, I'm the biggest scaredy cat in the world. I'd have to turn on every goddamn light in the house as soon as it was over. I watched one of the first Saw movie, and I was like, oh my God, someone's going to come torture me to death. So I'm not, horror movies aren't for me. They have to be doing something unusual or different. So Cabin in the Woods, someone finally convinced me to watch that, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad I saw that, because that is one that takes it to the next level. And yeah, it's so interesting. But, you know, someone was like, you should watch The Witch. And I read a summary of it, and I was just like, I don't think that's for me, because horror
the
by
other
itself
one
just isn't for me.
The other one as a kid was there was a film called The Bogeyman.
Okay.
It was a complete rip-off of Halloween.
Yeah.
So basically, it was this woman was having sex with her boyfriend, and the son, I think it was the son, or someone comes in and stabs him to death in front of this mirror.
Goodness.
And then his soul goes into the mirror, and then some weird shit happens. The mirror gets broken, and then wherever there's a broken piece of mirror, someone gets killed.
Okay.
Or something, because he's in the mirror or something. It was a fucking weird film. But again,
weird.
After watching that as a kid, I was convinced that the bogeyman was in my mirror at home, or any mirrors that I was going to look in. Sure. And I was going to look in the mirror and I'd see this dude stood behind me or something.
Yeah. Watch out, dude.
But again, it never happened, but I was terrified for months after watching that. My mum has a lot to answer for, I tell you. Let me watch all this shit.
Sounds like she let you a lot of stuff at a young age.
Why are you blaming your mum? Didn't you say it was... Whose house did you watch all these films in?
She was called Christine Corns, who was one of my mate's mums, and she used to always rant all the bad.
Sounds like she's the one who has a lot to answer for.
We watched.
Your mom was like, "Yeah, go to a sleepover. What's the worst that could happen?" She didn't know she was sending you to X-rated bloody murder death movie marathon.
I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was about 8.
That's too young for that movie.
It probably is, but I'm all right. I turned out okay. And I really like horror films still to this day,
Well, there you go.
And I think that's probably why it takes a lot for me to be scared.
Yeah. All right, so those are all the speak pipes. Thank you, Saint Diesel and fake Saint Diesel.
Yeah, fake Diesel.
Yeah.
Fake Diesel. And I think that's it. I think it's time for some shout-outs.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
So I'll start by giving a shout out to Amar, because he tried to give me something that didn't come through, but maybe it'll come through. And it was very nice of him to give it to me, even though I don't have it yet, but maybe I'll get it. And if I don't, even just the gesture of trying to give it to me was very, very nice of him. And I really appreciate him. I appreciate Saint Diesel for sending in the speak pipes every week. I appreciate Jason for sending in emails every week. And everyone listening, we really love having you around. In the chat, we had GH Rucker and Searly, and apparently things went wrong on the Twitch, so sorry about that, everybody. Making some tea, and Colin Smith told us about that. I don't know how Twitch works. I tried to fix it, but I just couldn't make it work. So sorry. And thanks very much to Kyle for filling in for Chinny when he was being a punk.
Yeah. No worries. I'm also going to shout out Armar, because he sent me loads of pictures and videos of his new PC that he's built this week.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Fuck me. I mean, that's very state of the art, can I just say?
Yes, and very cold. He's got a lot of cold air going in.
It is. Apparently, he's built it just to specifically play one game. I don't know whether you knew this, Duke.
No.
You know this?
I don't think I realized that.
No, he's built it to play Minecraft apparently. So
really?
I think it'll. I think it's
Minecraft.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I think it'll run on.
I mean, if he's trying to do ray traced Minecraft, maybe. But
maybe
what is going to happen if he upgrades his rig, though?
Yeah,
it's this whole new world.
It's going to be able to play everything on Max, especially Minecraft and Rocket League apparently
play
as well.
Skyrim, baby. That's the game to play.
Yeah.
Icarus also looks good.
You never know. It might run a game made in Unreal Engine 5 that actually doesn't glitch or something. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Could work.
Yeah.
Although that being said, the Keeper was in Unreal Engine 5 and that were fine.
Yeah.
So that ran fine. So I don't know. Who knows?
Unreal Engine 5.
Maybe. So yeah, I'd also like to shout out Carl for filling in for that douchebag for not being here yet again.
What a douchebag.
So, you know. So thank you for that, Kyle. And I think that's it, really. And everyone who contributes, even Fake Diesel. You know, let's give a shout out to Fake Diesel, who the hell that is.
Sure.
You know? Maybe it'll be Fake Duke next week. Maybe we'll have a...
Please do not make AI sounds of me. I don't want myself replicated.
Yeah.
Do a Fake Duke. Thank you.
Do it.
Kyle, you got any shout outs?
Let's have Fake.
Yeah, I mean, just obviously thanks to you guys for getting me on the show today. It's a shame we couldn't get Chinny on as well, but that's okay.
It's because he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
He is a douchebag.
But no, obviously, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Armar because he just sounds like a cool dude as well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, to the family. And yeah, I have to say, obviously, I am originally from the Continuum podcast.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. People should listen to it.
So, I don't know about that. But it's fun. You know, Adam and I, you know, my co-host, we just talk nonsense, but we just have fun. You know, it's one of those conversations that we have. You know, it's good for people to have in the background and just chill to. So,
and you know, this format of this show this week was kind of like your show because you start at one topic and you end at another topic. And this week we started with video games and we ended with video games. So that's pretty remarkable.
Getting there. Yeah. So we are trying to change it a little bit to try to be a little bit less random because I would say at times it does feel like we got a little bit of ADHD or something. Where we struggle to stick on a subject, but it's one of the latest ones, the apocalypse preparation. If you guys want to get into that, as times are quite dire.
Cool.
It
might be useful, you know. You help us stay alive.
Exactly. So yeah, I'll find a new hobby as well. So that's even better. But
cool.
yeah, thanks again to you guys as well.
Yeah. All right, is that it? We done?
I think that's it.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Good night, much love.
All right, show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Monsters come out and eat your penis.
Forget about the bed. When do we get the freaking guns?
We've got another copyright strike on the video.
Another show in the bag.
Another show done. Thank you, Kyle. We
thank you, Kyle.
appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you, guys. Where is Chinny, by the way?
With no idea.
No, he just said something came up and he couldn't make it. So.
He said, I can't make it on Sunday, and that was it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we assume he is. I'm guessing he's just doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know
all right, I got to go grade papers, so have a good week.
Okay.
And I'll catch you on the flippy floppy.
Flippy floppy. Thanks again, Carl. We appreciate you covering.
Okay, that's enough. No more talking.